Hello, adventurers! Welcome to Roll for Adventure, where the adventure begins. Tonight, we'd like to thank our creators of the items that we use. They can't see you yet, Mike.
Sorry.
Pocket Bard for our background music. Draw 20 for our Change of Fate. GM Worlds for our towns and villages. Adventure Ripples for our gods of our worlds. Arkan Forge for our battle maps, Hero Forge for our player character minis, and Flicky AI for our AI generated content, such as our artwork for our intro song. We have no announcements tonight, so we'd like to do our Change of Fate. Our Change of Fate winner for our YouTube channel was Thalric.
Hey! Huzzah!
And our Twitch winner was Danica.
Hey!
Unfortunately, the other one didn't go because no votes, so oh well.
I don't know how to. I'm technically challenged.
We have a YouTube, a Twitch, and a...
Okay.
And that one is through I can't remember what it's called. It's one that we are able to get money that helps go towards running this.
Yeah, you might want to remember that next time.
Yeah, I know. Next time. Anyway, with all that, let's start tonight's adventure. Let's roll for adventure.
In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in Roll for Adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore.
It'll be dumb about it.
Right. So, last session, our adventurers had met up as a group, bar one. And you guys were heading towards the capital with an urgent missive in the care of, I believe, Bihan now has it again. On your way down, you stopped at a town where you met up with a messenger. The messenger had a message going towards the northern town where we began this campaign, with a message saying that New Crest Hill had fallen and was in need for aid due to mistborn creatures. As that was the town that Korath hails from, you guys decided to travel with haste and get there as fast as you could. Upon arriving there, you did discover that the town had not fully fallen. There was a few of the villagers standing fighting, and one guy dressed in reasonably heavy armor standing holding his own. This was Matthew's character, Talric. Yep, I got it right, okay. And he was holding his own against, I believe it was 6 kobolds that were trying to just go up the rampart into this village. After a fight, you guys nearly being defeated yourselves by the look of your guys' hit points.
I was fine.
You were fine, yeah. Defeated the kobolds. And that was where we ended the session. So, amidst this battle aftermath, what are we doing?
I, Chorus, go and check the people who were in the fight and see if I recognize anybody and just make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah, you can go up to some of the villages. Yeah. You find the one that you guys were making comments about how well he was fighting is actually your father, your uncle. Nice.
Yeah, don't like him.
He was holding his own and he survived. And yes, he's all well. You do discover that most of the villagers are okay. A few wounded had been pulled back. That's why there was not that many standing there defending. They've been pulled back to a couple of the houses.
Well, I was over in the tree, so I'm going to loot a couple of the kobolds. And stuff.
Yes, can I get a perception check from you to see what you discover?
I'm just gonna keep checking, make sure everyone's okay, and then look at father and just say we'll make sure everybody is safe, and then we'll come in. We'll have a chat.
Okay, cool.
Got a 15.
A 15, alright.
Now, there was someone who was holding the line when we were fighting right up the top.
Yeah, just 1 second, Carl. You discover, Ryan, a charcoal drawing of a stick figure of a family of kobolds drawn on a eggshell piece. That is perfect, actually, for what I have planned. Yes, so that was Thalric that was holding his own. Matthew, could you please describe your character, what it looks like to everyone? Again.
Oh god, I've forgotten it again. Because you said I can describe that. He is a reasonably tall, I think around 6 foot tall. Bright blue hair. Quite shiny looking, oily is per se. Looks like he could keep himself pretty healthy in a fight, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Do I recognize him? Is he somebody I've seen in the village
you do
before? Well, after we've checked to make sure everyone who was on the front line is okay. I know one of them got knocked down. Did they die?
No, he was just knocked unconscious.
Okay. I'll ask Father, who is that man who was holding the front line?
We do not know him. He's been here for a couple nights. Just helping us defend the village from these monstrous creatures. He's done quite well. When the rest of his comrades died or fell on the first night, he didn't waver his bravery at all.
I'll approach him and extend a hand.
Now, this guy is like a good foot above you. Hi.
I'll clasp your hand and give you a very stern handshake and genuinely look thankful that you've helped the village.
I shake him back, obviously, and say,
I'll pat you on the shoulder and go, good job, mate.
I am Korath. This is my father. I hail from this village. We heard about what was happening. Thank you so much for helping everybody out. How did you come to get here?
I don't even know. I came from just a while back that way. I point south, and
You came direct from the capital,
Amsterdam.
came from the capital with
which is Southish.
Southish, with all my comrades who have sadly passed away on my way down here, up here.
So just to be sure, check, he's not dressed in military uniform?
He does have a bit of the military uniform, yes, but you can tell
He
that
does.
it's a very well looked after piece of military uniform. Like, he's reasonably new to the military.
Yeah, not crusty-fied like we are.
And he looks like that was personally shaped to his figure, the uniform.
Ooh.
Well,
How
come,
you
come
doing?
in, come in. We'll see if anybody can post up guards just in case these creatures come back again. But I think we all need to rest. I'm a bit hurt myself.
Yeah, I'm a bit hurt too.
Yep, I'm gonna wander back over and like with my eggshell thing and go, look what I found on the kobold.
Who are you saying that to?
Just to the group that's around. Like I found this on the kobold. Like, has anyone ever seen anything like this before?
I'm going to try grab it out of
Kaldax.
Kaldax's hand.
Okay. And how are you reacting to that?
I kind of just let her grab it and have a look.
I'm going to say no and then walk back towards the kobolds and put it on their body.
See, she does learn.
I didn't understand that.
And then I'm going to stand by the kobolds and yell, where's the box?
Deviating from that, as you just reminded me, I, as the DM, would like to nominate Korath and Danica for inspiration for their really well acted discussion last session. Everyone else?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I already have inspiration. Can I pass mine on?
Okay.
Can I give it to the newcomer?
Okay.
Thank you.
You now have inspiration.
I wander over to Danica and say,
Yeah.
we really only protect our own like that, but it's very thoughtful of you.
But other one you didn't like. You don't like these either.
She was still one of our own.
I'm going to look really confused and be like, but
Do you have tribes?
yes,
The other one was the same tribe.
but we respect all tribes after battle.
As Danica is talking, I'm just going to cut her off. So, Kaldax, what was it?
It was an eggshell with the drawing of a kobold family. It looked like it was drawn out of charcoal. I've never
Strange.
quite seen something before. I'm gonna walk back over and pick it up again, and
I'll
pass
walk
it to-
with you so we
and,
can.
and pass it to you to have a look at.
Is it like a chicken egg or like a chicken shell? Larger?
It's a strange egg. It's definitely larger than chicken.
But did it come first?
Obviously the egg.
So it's a big egg with a kobold family inside kind of stick figure thing.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big egg.
I'm gonna just pat Kaldax on the shoulder and say, but I think it may have just had a family buddy. I'm not sure that we should read too much into this.
So it's like their little I'm dying picture.
Well, it could have been a picture of his family. Who knows? I'm just gonna rest assured that Kaldax doesn't have to worry that we murdered somebody who also has a family.
What are you doing with that shell?
I'm gonna accept that.
He can either take it or leave it.
I'm happy to leave it. Yeah, I accept that and go. Yeah.
I was waiting for a reaction.
She can't. She might be able to understand a little bit of what I'm saying, but I can't understand her at all. So unless she's
So far, I think you would have understood one word. Last session, I believe you said in common no or something like that.
Because she speaks Elvish.
Yeah, every time she speaks, unless she says
And
in
you're
common.
the only one in the group who can't speak Elvish.
just
Do you speak
through
Elvish?
happenstance.
And Draconic.
Ooh. You speak giant?
Oh.
I
you
say to
speak
Danica
Draconic?
that the villagers will
I think
deal
it might
with
do, actually.
the kobolds as they see fit. Let's go up.
I'm going to look at Bihan and then look directly at
Valkyrus.
Valkyrus. And just wait for him to give any instructions.
You're right, come on.
And then I'm going to turn to Bihan and say, he's had stripes.
He does.
Yeah. Follow me.
Good plan. Good plan, Sergeant. The battle went well.
Yeah.
Realizing what has happened in the last few days, I'm gonna go up to Father and say, "Look, cuz he's got a promotion. He's the captain of our squad now."
Oh, he'll extend an arm out to you. Falcrix.
Valkyris?
Falcris, sorry.
Mm.
I've got the name in front of me for that reason. Falcris. Well done, me young lad.
Yeah, I thought,
Well deserved.
thought they didn't like me because I was a short ass, but
Father would be bigger than both of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's quite large.
I look at this and go, are you two still growing?
Who
no,
knows?
no, because I'm half Goliath or whatever.
Oh,
Motu.
yeah.
Motu.
Just
Motu.
right.
Large human. Motumotu.
Your man small?
Hmm?
Your man was small?
My mum,
Yeah.
she was normal size,
Yeah.
but that's like 5'6". And I think my dad, Raper, whatever, was like about 8 or 9 feet tall. Quite large,
Quite
actually.
large, yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. You're about even.
Hey?
You're about the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 foot. That's all right. That'll do.
Right. So you guys are all heading into the village?
Yeah.
To your house?
Yeah, I have the map on me, but yeah,
Oh,
to
hang on, I
the
can bring that up.
northeast, there's the house that we stay in.
Oh,
Yeah.
we billeting.
Wee. So
This one? I don't know if you can see when I ping it. Josh might be able to ping it.
it was that one, right?
Yeah.
Bing! Did you see that, Carl? Here, hang on. I will make it
Yeah,
easier for our
I saw
viewers.
the ping. I saw the ping.
Bing!
Okay. Oh well. Once we head there, I'll just find myself a corner to settle down and.
You as you enter the town or village, you do notice that a couple of the other houses have a bit of damage to them. You can't. It looks like some sort of magic has been used on them to destroy corners and things like that.
Yeah. Was it from those lightning wielding
Yeah.
dudes? Yeah.
But the village hasn't sustained too much damage. A few days of repairs and it should be up.
So have you guys been getting a lot of mist here, or just recently?
It's getting worse as the name in front of me, as Cyrilin continues, the month of Cyrilin, winter.
Okay.
Well, you guys
That's cool.
haven't looked at the calendar.
Is it appearing on the ground or is it rolling off the lakes?
Varies depending on the temperature. So it comes down from the sky and then just heads down the hills and carries on as it gets colder and sticks to the hills. You know, just because we're further inland doesn't mean we're safe from the
There's
mist.
plenty of fog in the highlands.
Korath is just gonna put a hand on his symbol around his neck and just mutter a simple prayer.
Cool. So, I take it we all want long rests then?
Yes, please.
Food, talk
Food,
with
yeah.
friends, family.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
introduce Bihan, Valkyris, Kaldak.
Hello, and I sit in the corner and read my book.
Yep. Cool. What is happening over the night? Anyone taking watch?
I think that might be wise, actually. Maybe we should just volunteer to scout the perimeter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even if it's just an hour each.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a shift order then?
I'll go first because I'm more familiar with the people here, so I can go and see everybody in first watch.
I can go next.
You can go next.
I'll go third.
While I come back,
Yep.
and before Falkris leaves, I'm gonna go up to you and say, "Did you seriously not see that figure that appeared in front of you when that was it lightning or an arrow or something was coming towards you? It just disappeared."
Yeah, kind of struggling with that myself, but I'm sure it'll work its way out. But
So your point of view that was streaking towards you and then just faded from existence.
Yeah.
And I saw the silhouette of a figure.
I didn't hear anything, though, did I? No. It's cold.
We'll
What
see anything else.
did it say anything to me? Can't remember.
I believe he
I know what
said
it
you were
said, but I can't break
chose.
I'm the chosen one.
Yeah, you were chosen by him for the order of, or the faith of order or something. Yeah. Your watch obviously goes fine. Matthew, your second watch goes fine, and Korath, your third watch goes fine.
Chris.
Chris. Sorry,
And I'll go after.
you'll go
I'll
after.
go fourth.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, oh god.
During your
Oh,
watch, you're doing a stroll around. There's a couple other villagers doing it too. You're just like 3-person safety patrol round.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah.
During a patch where you're pretty much by yourself, just glancing around, how nice and clear the sky is. You see up in the sky a streak of blue light. Just in the sky, just going along the sky. Far, far up in the sky, like a meteor type height.
I just look up and notice it and think that there's many things that I haven't seen before and don't really think much of it.
James, by Arnott's. Arnott's.
Thank you,
Tim
Arnott.
Jam. Anyway.
As you're looking at this,
Thank you.
Keep going.
um,
Where to
oh,
go? First fumble of the year. There you go.
thank you. As you're looking at this, Matthew, or Elric, rather, you start tossing and turning in your dreams, in your sleep, and you fall deeper into a sleep.
Ooh.
As
It's not the little bakery pastries again, is it?
Dream pastry.
Yeah.
accidentally clicked that. As the stream takes over. Oh, I've lost Carl. Sorry, Carl. Oh, I'm messing around with things. Anyway, you start having a weird dream, and this is the dream you have. You find yourself standing on cool, smooth stone, the air heavy with the musk of damp earth, and something else. Something ancient and electric, like the moments before a lightning strike. The vast cavern stretches out beyond your sight. The darkness punctuated by the faint, ethereal glow of unseen minerals embedded in the walls. Water trickles somewhere in the distance, each drop echoing with an unnerving significance. Then a tremor runs through the stone beneath your feet, growing in intensity until it feels like the very world is exhaling. From the shadows, a form begins to merge. It is immense and far larger than any dragon you would have thought could exist. Shimmering scales, like 1,000 polished jewels, overlap and gleam, catching the unseen light and scattering it in breathtaking flashes of emerald, sapphire, ruby, and amethyst. The colors ripple and flow across its body as it moves, a living aurora. Massive wings, the span of which could eclipse a castle, unfold slowly, their leathery surfaces rustling like ancient parchment turning in a cosmic winds. The shadow they cast deepens the already profound darkness, making you feel small and insignificant. Finally, the head emerges from the gloom. It is a majestic form, a symphony of sharp angles and flowing curves. Horns of polished obsidian spiral towards the cavern ceiling, and its eyes are like molten gold, burning with an ancient wisdom and a profound sorrow. They fix upon you, not with aggression, but with an intensity that feels like a physical touch, probing your very soul. A voice echoes in your mind, not through your ears, but directly within your thoughts. It is a voice that resonates with a power of a storm and a deep rumble of tectonic shifting plates, yet holds an undercurrent of profound weariness.
Mortal, you walk a path paved with actions you do not yet fully comprehend. You carry the echo of lives extinguished. The small folk you deemed irrelevant look closer.
As the dragon speaks, the cavern around you seems to dissolve, replaced by fleeting images that flicker like half-forgotten memories. The glimpses you see of kobold life, complex warrens carved into the earth, the flickering light of small fires illuminating crude but functional tools, the chittering sounds of their strange language as they interact. You see a kobold carefully tending to a patch of glowing moss, another proudly displaying a piece of scavenged metal. A group huddled together against a perceived threat, their small, scaled bodies trembling. The images shift, becoming darker. You now see the fear in their wide, red eyes as they face a sudden, violent end. You see the flash of steel, the impact, the small forms crumbling. The silence that follows is heavy with loss.
These are the threads you severed. Small they may be in stature, and perhaps strange in their ways, but they are still kin. The spark of dragon blood, however diluted, glows within them. Their fear of their final moments was a ripple in the currents that connect all scaled beings. Their absence leaves a void, however small, in the tapestry of my children.
The colossal dragon lowers its head, its gaze softening slightly, a hint of something akin to disappointment in its ancient eyes. Then the dragon inclines its massive head. A gout of air, not hot like dragon fire, but cool and charged with ozone, washes over you. It feels like standing in the heart of a storm, exhilarating and terrifying all at once.
Look within, mortal. See yourself as I see you.
As the strange breath washes over you, your vision shifts. Before you appears a reflection, not in a mirror, but seemingly in the very air itself. At first, it is your own face, your own form, but then it begins to change, to shimmer and distort. Scales begin to form, first at faint, then more pronounced. The skin takes on a bluish hue, and draconic features emerge. A short snout, ridge of horns along the brow, reptilian eyes that glow with an inner power. The reflection reveals you as a blue dragonborn, your true self, your inherent connection to dragonkind laid bare. The image is startling and profoundly unsettling, yet also carries a strange sense of rightness. The dream shifts again. You now stand in a vast, empty space, and a single delicate thread of shimmering gold appears before you. Slowly, other threads in various hush colours begin to attach to it. Some are thin and fragile like spider silk, others thicker, but all connect to the central golden strand.
Each life is a thread. Sever one, you weaken the whole. You may not yet understand the complicated connections that bind dragonkind in all of its diverse forms. But know this, your actions have consequences that extend beyond the immediate moment. The fear you instilled, the lives you extinguished, have not gone unnoticed by Ivanus, the Winged Guardian.
As the colossal dragon begins to fade back into the shadows, its voice, though still resonating within your thoughts, takes on a different tone, one of ancient authority and seldom expectation.
Your eyes have been opened to the truth of your being and the cost of your ignorance. The threads you sever cut out, the balance must be restored. You are of the blood, mortal, however distant. Therefore you will serve. You will atone for the lives extinguished, for the fear you wrought. Your path now diverges. You will walk a new one dedicated to the protection of the scaled kin, great and small. This is your charge. This is your penance.
The dragon's form dissolves completely into the darkness, leaving you in the echoing silence of the cavern. The vision fades. You snapped awake in your bed. The remnants of the dream cling to you like a damp shroud. But something had shifted. The unease was now mingled with a stark sense of obligation. The majestic creature you admired was no longer a distant wonder, but a looming authority. The irrelevant lives you had taken now carried a weight of sacred trust betrayed. You were no longer simply aware of a powerful being watching. You knew, with certainty that chilled you to the bone, that you now served its will, beyond the echoes of a dream, to atone for your past. There we go. That was your dream.
One hell of a dream.
One heck of a dream.
Really screwed the pooch, dude.
Oh, it's Carl again. There we go.
When she stuffed up.
You. Right.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, you're asleep. Everyone else is asleep. Apart from...
Wandering around.
Yeah, you saw a blue streak in the
As
sky.
I sort of continue my wandering around, I think back and think if I've ever seen anything like it or read something about it before in the sky.
You can roll a history on that.
That is a 24.
Bloody heck.
Not good enough.
Because you actually hail from another land, you, in your readings as a child, have come across sketches and images. No words, though. Just with images of streaks in the sky. Yeah. I would also say that with that kind of roll, you recall another one of the streak coming out of some sort of pot or urn. That's what the image told.
Mhm.
That was a bloody good roll.
I continue doing my watch and
Okay, who would like the next watch?
Doesn't have to be us, it could be the villagers.
I don't volunteer for any watch, but if someone says, "Hey, it's my watch," I'll do it.
Hey, it's your watch.
Okay.
Well, you set yourself up for that, mate. I mean, come on.
I sleepily get up
You appear
after
normal.
having read half the night and head out.
We've done that before.
Yep. Can I get a perception check from you for this roll? For this one?
No, because I'm reading my book.
Okay. Well,
I find a light and somewhere, and I sit down and I read my book
okay.
and ignore my watch.
You do not see the 42. No. No, nothing happens on your. That you notice, at least, happens on your watch.
I think my passive perception's what?
12 your
or
passive
something?
perception is 12.
Yeah.
But even with that, it's not high enough. You don't notice the streak in the sky.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyone else like to do a watch, or will we leave the villagers to do the rest?
leave the villagers.
Okay. You do complete a long rest.
Needed that.
A lot of yous needed that. I think Danica was worst out of everyone.
Yep.
You were down to
Probably.
what? 3?
Right.
Yeah.
Don't even know who that was.
Hey?
Nothing.
Right. The sun rises on a lovely, clear sky.
Sunny. On the 16th.
On the 16th of Cerulean.
Just as a note,
Yes.
how many days in a week?
It's a 10-day week, and there are 8 weeks in each month. 80 days. 4 months in the year.
320-day year.
Huh?
320-day year.
Good math.
320, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Is Elric in the same room as us? Like, did he sleep in here, or is he at an inn or something else?
He didn't say he was going anywhere else, so I assume he did stay in the same room.
Yeah, I'll stay close by.
We would have talked to each other.
Yeah.
I would have definitely invited into Father's house.
Your father gets up a little bit earlier than everyone else and throws on a mean buffet spread that he actually brings and invites you guys with him to the main hall in the center of the village. I will. Which is this one here. So you're quite close to it.
They do village communal eating.
Yeah. And this one.
Any spare moments that we have that aren't busy with conversation, I'm going to just chat with Father and let him know things that have happened in my perspectives and point of view.
Yeah.
And a lot of admiration for Falkris.
He seems very impressed with Falkris's growth over the time that he's
Because hang on, I'm adopted,
well,
kind of.
I mean, your family, but you were
No, but
taken
You lived
in.
here
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a little while
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. You were
As we get
taken
in
in.
breakfast, I'm just going to try and have, like, just small talk with Bihan and ask more about him and what he's done before this.
Ask away.
What? Yeah,
As well, I was in a military organization like before the war. A bunch of raiders for like a southern city. We like did exploration and stuff.
you seem like you,
so
you seem like you know a lot, but you don't necessarily say a lot.
Okay, I don't know if I know as much as like if you looked at the notes Korath takes. He seems to know a fair bit about the world.
He does. I give him that.
But yeah, I've headed up north a few times and done some investigation.
Mm.
Any other conversations would like to happen?
I'd like to talk to Elric.
Talwork.
Elric. And the first thing I'm going to say is, why is your hair blue?
I'm not sure. I've been born with it all my life. Of course, that dream I'm keeping to myself at the moment.
Conversation with Calvex, I'm also going to ask him. So, you know those things you do, the magic stuff.
Yes.
How does that feel in your head before you do it?
Doesn't really take too much thought. I think about it, and it happens. It's just a magic spell. It's pretty common practice. Well, back where I come from, to us it's almost, or to certain people back home, it's second nature.
Now, just to be clear, I've not really come across people doing magic before, right?
No,
Yeah.
not really. I mean, you've heard rumors of stuff that they do up north, but
Yeah.
you would have seen from a distance probably in a couple of your trips up north. You would have seen from a distance, but nothing concrete as much as what Caldex has done in front of you.
Yeah.
Well, South Motu has like divination magic, but not.
Yeah, you have gods, not god magic, not. Yeah, Arcane
channeled magic.
Yeah. Arcane magic. Any other conversations? Or shall we move on for the day? If that is what your plans are.
Well, I think we need to get back on task.
Yeah, we need to get Danica and Caldex to Ansedon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that we've helped home.
We've done our side mission.
Yes.
Back to the capital.
Second.
Oh, sorry.
Sweet. So you say your farewells to the village?
Yeah, I'll let Father know that I'll come see him next time I'm not ordered to go on another mission.
I'm gonna talk to Korath and ask, like, can we stock up on some more supplies while we're here? Can we get some more food? Or
I don't think we're far away from Ansedon, maybe 2 days, 3 days. Next.
Yeah, 2 days. I'm trying to load the map now.
Right, if you need some rations, I'm more than happy to share that. That's not a problem. There's not a heck of a lot here. We should leave what's in the village for the villagers. Perhaps.
Yeah, and that's quite large. Probably pretty generous portions.
I imagine there'd be pig farms at the bottom of the hill.
This one on my screen, so see the other one's not loading. Right, so I believe it is a day walking to the next town, which is a large town. And then it's another day from there to the capital, passing through the town of Windsor.
We will pick up our horses the morning.
Yeah, so you left them 2 k's away towards Shinfast. So you were to do that, grab them, and then join back up on the road that would head to Erith. That would probably take another hour, but you'd make that up easily on your horses.
We need to make sure we return them, otherwise Falkris is going to get billed.
Yes.
How many horses do we have?
I believe
two.
it was horse each, except for you.
would
When obviously not one for
Talaric have
Talaric now either.
Well, you can go in the wagon.
Yeah, well, him and Danica could ride on the wagon.
Yep.
There's
I
no.
was driving the wagon. I remember that, yeah.
There was no coffin on there now, so plenty of room on the wagon. Oh, there we go. So the next town then will be Erith.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, Ansedon. That looks vaguely familiar.
Korath's gonna
What, the island makeup?
Korath's gonna say to Talric, is there anywhere you need to stop on the way back to Ansedon?
I don't think so. I've got not much left anymore. Just the army clothes. That's about it. That's all I got.
And do you have plans for the future?
Not at the moment.
Do you have family in Ansedon?
Do I have family?
You've got that down in your background stuff. You wrote it down. I remember you writing it.
Oh, Korath's gonna back off, realizing that it might be a touchy subject.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask if you do need anything. We're here on the job, so.
Right, thank you.
Alex, do you have family?
I do have family back home, but I'm sort of estranged from my family. We don't really get along that well, so
That's right. I know what that's like.
Yeah,
family's hard.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it before. I'm lucky. I've got my father, and we have a close relationship.
Yeah, I don't really say too much more. Your native language, Giant. I'd be interested in learning some if at all possible. I I know quite a few languages already, and I'd love to learn. Could you teach me on the way to Amsterdam?
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I'm more than happy to share my knowledge of languages with you if you'd help me learn some of that language that Danica speaks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just her or if it's maybe my interpretation of what she's saying, but I don't think that I can deal with not understanding anymore.
I understand that. It's Elvish, so I'll do my best to teach you the basics as we head dancing on. Very basics at the moment. But...
Tree.
Leap.
Nutter.
I think the fact that we're all multilingual, it'd be easy to learn like
other languages.
the first
structure.
50 words that you use in conversation. Like,
yeah.
Where is the latrine?
Where's the food? Where's the latrine?
Beer.
How much?
Sword.
alcohol?
Our beer.
How much does it cost for that beer?
Yeah, I think like the basics.
Yeah.
Do not desecrate that body. You know, just call
And there'd be,
casual
like,
conversation.
similarities between other languages as well.
Okay. So your journey to get the horses goes uneventfully. And you make it to the small city of Erith. Completely uninterrupted.
Is there any temples in Erith?
See, I haven't even time to turn right Erith, but yes, surely there's a minor temple. Yeah.
I want to go in and ask whoever's there if they have any books on gods. And I want to specifically look for something that I can recognize from the vision that I saw in the battle.
Okay. So you would reach Erith just before night.
Yeah.
So
And a temple.
so you have to stay at the inn here, so you've got plenty of time to go there and flick through some books.
Is there a library or anywhere else that would have books on like history or
Library's
anything?
pretty rare.
Yeah, not here. Not here.
And being allowed in the library's even rarer.
Yeah, minor temple.
Being such a religious part of the country, it's not uncommon for temples to be that. That's
Well, you're getting
learning
closer and
place.
closer to the main temple,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's definitely a lot of minor temples in these ones. I'd say there isn't in Windsor, because that is usually just a stop. Yeah. You know, oops, I forgot something, turn back around type thing. Yeah. There's just a small inn in Windsor, but probably won't stay there. Usual stay fee, so you charge it the fee at the inn here back to the army.
Sergeant Falkers.
Yeah, you get to sign it off.
Mm-hmm.
And you do come across one image in one book that looks like a crude drawing of what you saw.
There's a dark figure in white robes.
Yes.
And like armor.
Yes. This figure, unlike the one you saw, is holding a shield, a tower shield, and a longsword. But that was that.
Ooh,
It had a name.
tasty finger, is it?
I think he told you his name, did he?
Malvor.
Oh, there we go. It had the name Unforgiving Warlord next to it. The Unforgiving Warlord.
Charming.
There's no actual name of his name. That's all that's been given with it. Does anyone wish to do anything in Erith?
I'm going to have a good look at the temple and see what I can learn about the religious thing, and just have a good look
Okay.
around.
So this temple is actually a minor temple to Bertra. So she is the one of life, I believe.
That's quite a common god in these
Common
parts.
god in this area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
goddess of life.
Mitra.
Virtua.
Virtua.
Virta.
Sorry?
Virta.
Oh, Victra. Yeah.
Virtua.
Korath could recite you the first 600 pages of the Holy Book.
Awesome. I'll ask you next time I want to sleep.
I would very much like that, Felt Chris. I will take you up on that offer.
Oh my god.
Danica, this small city reminds you of the one Gretton, similar style. Walled, but
Gretton was where we found.
that's where you got rid
What?
of
That's where we dropped off.
dropped off.
Bella.
sorry, get rid of. Got rid of Bella's body. And
I think after I talked with Bihan, Korath, like, yeah, she wasn't a great person. Don't trust everybody that you meet on the road.
Just as we're sitting down for the night, I'm gonna sit near Korath, and I'm just gonna be listening to what he's saying. And if I hear him repeat a word over and over again, I'm just going to repeat that word. I'm gonna try repeat that word in common.
Would you? While I'm talking with Caldex about how to learn different languages, you'd obviously know the Elvish that he's trying to teach me. So it would be communication between Elvish, Common, and Giant.
And we can like
And we're
And I can
matching words. It's a
translate
perfect
between-
opportunity for you to pick up some Common.
yeah, I'd say you do pick up a couple words then.
I'm just gonna look at you and say nothing because I don't want to speak. I'm just gonna look. Having conversation with Caldex.
You just occasionally stop and just stare at it.
Yeah. And not quite an intimidating way, but just like an act of defiance.
Yeah. We lose your video, Carl. Oh. Don't tell me we've lost internet again.
I'm gonna well
No, we've got it currently.
teaching Korath some Elvish. I'm gonna like see that Darnica's just over there chilling, just taking it all in. I'm gonna ask in Elvish, like, would you like to learn some Common at some point? I'm teaching Felchris, Korath, Elvish. It would be
Is-
helpful to talk to everyone.
Is that the funny gibberish he talks?
It's another language, yes.
He should learn the proper language. And I'll sit down near you and kind of listen.
Yeah. There are many proper languages. All languages are proper languages.
No,
The
one.
best one's silence.
All languages are proper languages.
I'm gonna write my name down in Common, and then I'm gonna write it down in Giant, and then I'm gonna ask you to write it down in Elvish.
No. Yeah, I'll write it down and
Sorry, I just thought. So you're gonna write like Korath, and you're gonna write Korath.
Yeah, it's Giant. It's just
And then Elvish will be like just
dainty
nice
little-
and like little vines on it. Anyway, have we lost internet? Have we, or we just lost
Carl's
Carl?
alright.
watching on Twitch, but he can't connect on Discord.
Okay.
Hey?
Carl's watching on Twitch, but he can't connect on
Okay.
Discord.
Maybe I'll quickly try and reload and see if it.
We can. Yeah,
No, I know it's not even break time. Technical issues.
Right.
Need the technical issues.
yeah, you need a.
Elevator music.
We can just fast forward. I mean, what we're doing is kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, you're just traveling.
Yeah,
And go.
Getting to answer on.
we're slowly building that 0.05% of a rapport between Danica and Korath.
Yeah.
We'll get there one day. We'll give it like 7 or 8 sessions.
Oh, you bush.
Yeah.
I would like to see what Danica's name is in
Yeah, in Elvish.
it written in
Yeah.
comments, so I can write it in giant and then in my head have a relationship between my meaning of that word with that person.
Yeah.
Danica in common means slayer of men. No. Kidding.
Typical.
Reverse. Reverse effect. Don't know why. For some reason he ends up hating you more. Kidding.
From the outside in, like, we're actually having a conversation, so it's a good thing.
I think you totally overrated those things.
What conversations? Yeah. Okay. Wow. We'll stop talking then.
Right.
So no one has anything else they need to get done, so we'll move on to Ansedon. If that is agreeable with everyone.
Yeah.
Right. The city. Yay. Almost.
Just before we enter through the main gates, I'm going to ask Tauric, whereabouts are you going to stay? I mean, we can catch up later on. I need to repay you for protecting my village.
I'm happy to stay anywhere. Is there an inn nearby by chance?
Where does Korath and Falkris normally stay? At the soldiers' camp?
Yeah.
Barracks.
Most
Barracks.
people would.
So you would just come in.
He's got a military uniform.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah.
Like,
You come into the barracks and would just find a cot near each other, I guess.
Prepare yourself, though, on its best day. It smells like the
What's
inside of a
doing,
boot.
Bihan, what are your plans once we come back into Ansedon? He's not there.
He's probably going to sleep. Meditate.
Fine, I've said it. Once the
he's gonna
delay
do his own
happens, he'll be
thing,
able to
yeah.
reply.
I'm going to take a vow of silence.
Right. Oh, is that something?
He needs to make a
Carl.
report to the top dogs of the army. He's going to go see Big Dog.
General
General West.
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 Because we're in the east.
It's General West and Colonel West.
We saw Colonel West. He was in...
And the other, yeah. And
He was in the north.
Brido? Was it Brido?
Yeah.
No.
Was it Brido?
Yeah.
Yeah, way up north. I think Brido was where we started.
Just trying to adjust
Son, Kanye.
this. How's that appear on your screen? They look alright?
Yep.
Ooh. Mm. Ooh.
So where are we
Yeah.
approaching from? The
The north gate.
Be up there.
That will be... That will be
Hellcat's here.
up there.
Consonar.
Well, yeah. That's the actual gate.
Where's the barrack? I
So,
can't quite make it out on the little
yeah,
bloody
I
screen.
noticed that. Right, so the barracks, going off memory as well at the same time,
If he...
will be there.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, like
also
the keep.
where the castle and slash fort is.
As we approach, I'm like going to see it in the distance. Go, oh, it's actually a decent sized city.
It is a huge city.
It looks like a city from back home.
Biggest city that you, Danica, would have ever seen.
Just as we approach, I'm gonna offer my coat, a long coat, to Caldex and or Danica, just so they can cover their bodies while we're getting into the barracks. Because I know that people might get a little bit iffy if they see what these two look like.
Do you say that to us? Or
I'll say it to you.
I actually have a magic skill that I can disguise myself, and, like make it look so I'm one of you.
That's amazing. I'll
so-
offer it to Danica. You can say, can you tell her that she should cover her body just while we're in the daylight?
Yep, I tell you to cover yourself in the daylight. People here might be scared of you or frightened, and it's best to not draw attention.
I'm going to take give Korath a really weird look. This is the first thing he's like willingly giving me.
It's okay, you can wear it.
And I'm going to put it on, but then I'm going to point to the walls and go, I'm not going there.
Carl, you're
It's
back.
too big.
Hello.
You'd be swimming
Hey.
in this. This thing is enormous on you.
But
Have
I'm
you
pointing
still
to the
kept up with
walls
what
and the
was happening?
city approaching. Too big.
I'm just going to point inside the wagon and just say, sit.
So yeah, I'm going to use my disguise self, and
You'll be okay, Danica. You'll be fine. We'll look after you. You're right. I know it's scary.
disguise.
I'm
I
not
really wanna
scared.
take
Look at-
Danica and report out
Okay.
who the
I'm gonna
Chill your
Yeah,
boots.
like-
mate.
So
Visual
currently
one
the-
guy I saw in the village. Can I turn into like
Korath
bigger
has given
creature, or-
Danica a coat to
be
cover herself, and
Up to 3
Kaldex
feet
is trying to
taller than your
cast
physical
disguise
self.
self.
I'm something?
Yeah, you're 6 foot.
So I
one,
can,
so
yeah.
yeah, you could be one of the Goliaths.
So I'm just gonna.
Newcrest Hill. Look
Yeah.
like one of the villagers from Newcrest Hill.
Cool. And Danica, you're covering yourself in the coat and sitting on.
I'm sitting on the back of the wagon with this giant ass cloak.
Yep.
It was,
Just shaking my head and pointing, going no at the castle or the walls.
in my head, I was like, just covering the wings is enough.
Hmm.
The wagon
I
should
mean,
be-
she would probably get away with that. It would almost look like a backpack.
Yeah.
She does look like human elf type thing. Yeah.
pale skin, darker skin.
Oh well, do we have to go that far? Really?
Sun, like someone that's been in the sun a lot. So
Yeah.
Like leathery
Is
hands.
Danica,
Olive
Danica, are you
skins.
saying you don't want to go into the city?
it's too big. Too many clans. Too many wars.
Thalric.
Push.
No,
Like,
not Thalric.
you-
Valkris.
Sorry, what?
If we take... I'm meant to go in and probably tell High Command about Danica and Kaldak.
Mm-hmm.
Danica doesn't want to go into the town. I actually think if I tell High Command about the strange one with wings, they're going to be overly interested.
Is there like some kind of staging area outside the walls, like a parade ground or something? You know, like
Not really, no.
what's it called? You know, the field of Martians or whatever they have in Rome.
They'd have holding cells at the gates for cases where, people wanted in and weren't allowed.
Yeah, there's a few of
No,
those.
I don't think we should throw Danica in a holding cell.
No, I don't think so either. I was thinking more that somewhere where we could sort of look after her, that the military would quite happily go to.
Yeah, shall I go in and do my report? And
Yeah, I think that might be an idea.
Maybe, like, they're probably going to want Danica and Kaldax, and I might just not mention we've got them directly with us.
It's up to you.
You're the ranking one.
Yeah, but I'm not going to answer anything I'm not directly asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think me and Valkris have an understanding about how this rank thing works
Mm-hmm.
and how the army works, and we both kind of have like we have a respect in the team, but the respect after that might have some gaps.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in advance and do a big report.
Okay.
Mostly about the boat and the strange mist and the town we went to, and as well my stuff from the North Island,
North Motumotu.
North Motumotu, and about our spy.
Okay.
I maybe don't mention how thoroughly I was fooled by the spy.
You
Well, that-
knew it straight away.
That will be up to you how much you reveal that when you catch up
That's
with
Yeah.
General West.
Zane and Roxon. And then Shadow Wielder.
Is it a book series? Ah.
Is it a book series? It's Nikita's books.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
She's got what, 5
Does-
books going at a time?
Wow.
Yeah,
Does
something like that.
General West have like an intelligence dude, or is he handle it himself?
He generally tries to handle everything himself, but he does have obviously people and secretaries for other reasons or things like that. You know.
Okay, I go in and talk to him, and when I mention Danica and Kaldax, I try and get a feel for what they want to do.
Okay, we'll see how that plays out in a second. Is anyone else going with you?
I'm definitely not.
No.
I'll stay with those two.
I'm gonna like ask, can we go exploring through the city while
I think we should wait for Bihan to organize things. I mean, I know that you look like one of us, but accidents happen, and to be quite honest, after the Bella thing, I don't want to trust you as much as I already do, but maybe just stay with me at the gates.
I don't invite
Okay,
anyone to
Nana.
go with me, but if Falkris wants to come, I'll happily go with Falkris.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay.
The captain of the squad going with Bihan makes sense.
Yeah.
And Thalric can stay with me since he is also a private, I'm assuming.
He's not
Matthew?
listening.
Thalric, are you a private rank?
I don't know.
That's
Your
on
armor
your
suggests
character.
you're fresh to the army, so you can stay here with me.
you're private.
Yeah, it says on your carrot sheet.
And yeah, I'm just gonna start quoting different verses from different types of religions to you guys.
Whereabouts would you say that you guys stay? Just north of the north gate, just outside the walls.
So there's a cluster of buildings around here. Would be with the horse stables, I'm assuming.
There's normally
Yeah.
like corrals areas or where
Yeah.
Places where they sell things and
Yeah.
what have you.
Yeah, I'll be keen to show
Sell the,
Kaldex.
sell the livestock and
Yeah,
stuff.
show Kaldex some of the stock and
I mean, there's
They
also
have
a
one.
market that's held outside as well, close to the
like a
water.
little market.
You
Just
wanna have
just
a look?
entertaining, basically.
Yeah. Just park up the wagon somewhere and
Yeah. There would be some sort of
And what kind of trouble is Danica going to start?
we'll find that out
I'm just waiting for it.
after we do you two going into the fort. Right. As you approach.
Hang on. Right. Look, hang on.
Oh,
There we
lost
go.
your glasses.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's too... Can you get that from me? That's too far away.
It's a very Falkris thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, very much. Well, I thought so.
Right. As you've probably gone into the castle directly before, Carl, where exactly would you be heading towards? Straight to General West's office, or
Well, hang on a second.
Good.
I go
Yes,
into
it's not
basically the servants' entrance and walk, through some sort of side passages and like suddenly pop up near the general stuff as much as possible.
cool? Falkris, you would have not seen this part of the fort before that you were being led through. You would have come in more of the direct route.
Yeah, not a lot surprises me, so...
Just following?
Yep.
Cool. Right, you pop out probably a corridor away from the actual front meeting desk, meeting room of General West.
Yeah, and there's probably got a secretary guarding the office who probably severely outranks both of us.
Yes, she
And I
certainly
walk
does.
up to them, he's probably met me before, and I go, "Hey up, we need to see the general."
Is this in regards to the missives you had sent earlier, Private Castle?
Yes, it is in regards to that, and just a couple of bits filling in gaps.
Okay, if you don't mind having a seat, I'll go let him know that you're here, and I'm pretty sure he'll send everyone away that's in there at the moment. What do you do, Hughes? Have a seat?
Yeah, I do have a seat.
I'll have a look around. Start playing with things on their desk.
I would assume you probably haven't been in this part of the
Oh, hell
Fort
no.
of War.
Hell no. Anything to eat in here?
No.
Ah,
Oh, sorry.
Cool.
yes.
I'm looking for something. Here we go. You recognize the rank on his secretary as a captain. So, 2 below General himself. And 2 above you, I believe. Yeah, 2 above you now, Mike.
So they go private, sergeant,
Right, so the order goes
lieutenant, captain.
from the bottom: private, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, colonel, general.
Yes.
And the pay goes dramatically up as you go up.
I could imagine.
Right, the captain guarding his assistant goes in, or knocks first, pokes his head in, gets the go-ahead that he can come in, closes the door briefly. A minute or 2 later, he exits, and followed by 3 lieutenants, 1 captain, and a colonel.
Ooh. Yes, right.
Yeah, get out. And then the captain, that's his assistant, goes, "You may enter now. General West will see you."
Okay, I head on in.
You enter a well-adorned office. There are maps galore on the wall here. In the center is a war desk where he's got the main map that he's currently got troops and stuff on. You also see the North Motu parts are very vague on descriptions there. You see... who does actually have... Cora. You're not there. Outcrest. You both would... Yeah, brief scan over it. Both of you would notice that there's 2 or 3 little minis, figures representing people in the north at the moment.
Ooh.
Yeah. One of which, just a little note for you there, Bihan, is actually halfway up the island.
Interesting.
Yeah, so quite far up is where they're meant to be.
I give General West a genuine salute.
Private Castle.
And I say,
Wow.
hello, this is Sergeant Balkris. He's very useful.
Sergeant.
Yep.
I believe, Sergeant, you just got the promotion.
That's right, sir. That's right. I just got that promotion.
I do believe it is an interim promotion, though.
I do what I'm told, and I go where you tell me.
Yeah, well, by the sounds of it, you had the recommendation from Private Castle himself, and he's been higher ranked than he is at the moment a few times, a few ranks higher, so he definitely knows his stuff. Anyway, to the means that you are here. Your message said that you had some important information about this body that I received.
Yes, that was a Motumotu spy who seemed to be aware of my mission, integrated with us as a South Motu person.
Did you send the information or the letter with you? No, you kept it, didn't you? The letter.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So this is the information I got, but I'm beginning to doubt everything. As, like, I was
That's fine.
ambushed in North Motumotu. That may have been entirely fake to make me trust this spy.
So do you hand over both the letters?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What's that one?
That's a copy, my copy.
Oh, the flame.
Yeah.
Right. Whee. He has a quick glance at them.
And he has that one too.
You haven't handed over the plans you found yet, have you?
I we'll hand those over.
Yeah, okay, no, so he has a quick look at the 2 letters that you hand over. Goes, yes. Very good handwriting on the copy. I believe that one is been mimicking my own personal handwriting. Yeah. Oh, yes. Puts the documents down on his desk. That's a shame that you had a spy convince you.
Yeah. Luckily, we ran into another boat from the mist, and the spy's cunning web became undone.
This is the boat that you sent a letter saying that you got a couple of people off?
Yeah, so there were a bunch of people there. We left some of them up there for you guys to pick up and talk to.
Yep.
We've since got someone called Kaldax and a winged creature called Danica, who's actually been helping it. They've both been helping us quite a bit. They're currently outside the city.
Winged creature? Like, is it like demonic in shape or?
He goes, well, I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'll draw a quick sketch.
Okay.
And then I describe she's from some tribal place.
Well, I'd love to meet these two. And you said they've been helping you, I assume, with any things or the owlbears that you fought?
Yes.
At the town of Wood?
Kaldax, the one who calls himself like a dark elf or something. He has active magic abilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be interesting to have a look at too. Well, again, I'd love to meet these two.
Danica is very reluctant to enter the city. It is much larger than what she's used to and is very fearful of the size of the city.
Well, I suppose as one of the leaders, I could come down and try to convince her to come in, and we will treat her with fairness and kindness that we do of all people of the mist.
She does indeed seem to respect hierarchies a great deal.
Well, that's a good thing that I am the second highest person in South Motu. Second to our king, of course.
So I let him know where our camp is and offload all my reports and writing and stuff.
Yeah. What about the plans?
Yep.
Yep.
Give him all the plans.
Okay.
The only thing I don't really mention is the spell book I've got.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He has a look at the plans. He goes, so these plans are the ones that you found in North Motu, right?
That's correct, yes.
The ones that apparently they let you get?
I'm uncertain whether they let me get those or they picked me up on the way heading south.
Hmm.
Like, and I apologize for that. I feel I should know, but
That's fine. When you're fooled, you're fooled. It's hard to... Yeah. But, you did your best. You got in there and you got out. And I think we need to have a closer look at these plans. Just in case they are authentic. He rings a bell nearby his desk and the captain comes in. He holds out the plans and goes, do you mind giving these to the king's advisor?
The time.
Just to double check through. The captain nods and takes them, walks off, closing the door. Right. Let's go meet these two.
Okay. Is he going to travel with us, or he's going to meet us there?
He will travel with you,
Okay.
grabbing a couple of guards with him just in case as well.
I imagine so. Yeah.
So there is a total of 5 of you heading back outside the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you guys outside while they were having their meeting inside. What were you guys doing?
Just,
Looking around.
yeah, just
market?
having a wander around markets.
What
the
stalls
area
are there
outside.
at the markets?
The market has wrong one. So paste to open the right one. Ooh. Fishmonger is, that doesn't help. So that one. That has a whole bunch of random goods. Give me a second to find it. That would be a good time, Matthew. Now would be a good time, Matthew.
Ad read.
Ed Reed.
New voting for our change of fate. This system is free to. Oh god damn. This system is free to all those who wish to use it.
How can I vote for my favorite character?
Well, head over to our Twitch, twitch.tv/rollforadventure, and type in the chat the name of the character you're voting for.
Is that the only way I can vote?
No, you can also vote on our YouTube, youtube.com/@rollforadventure. Go to the last video when it's uploaded on Monday. Voting will be with a like on a pinned comment of the character you wish to vote for.
But Matthew, when can I vote?
Voting opens for Twitch when we go live until 2 hours before our next session. Our YouTube goes from when it's uploaded 2 hours before our next session. Our voting system is still live and it goes to support us here at Roll for Adventure. So what are you waiting for? Get that changing that fate.
And that's Roll for Adventure, ROLE, number 4, Adventure.
Cool. You find a whole medley of clothing in this market. There's random sets of dice, shoes, pastries,
Can I have
musical instruments.
Can I have a closer look at the dice?
Yeah. Or anything specific you're looking for?
I'm just gonna pick them up and kind of fumble them, and then kind of ask like, "What are they for?"
In Elvish?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty high. Okay, they do speak Elvish. Ooh, unusual accent you have there, ma'am. These are for the ones specifically you've picked up are for gambling. Sets of games where we play dice versus dice. You know, you can win some, you can lose some, you can win your fortune even.
I am
Just a
going.
silver piece for the set.
I'm going to turn to Korath, and say in common to him, buy, and point at the black bag of dice that I want.
She wants to buy the dice.
Okay. I'll have a look at what she's looking at. I'll look back and I'll gesture towards Danica, but I'll say to Caldax, it's the ripoff.
I think we should. Is it only a little bit of a rip-off? I think maybe we get it as a good gesture for Danica.
You're just going to see Korath fold his arms, and he's going to just look down towards the things on the shelf and kind of bob off the question like, not my place. I'm not the boss of you. Buy it if you want.
Right, well, I will reach into my bag that I had on the ship and like pull out a gold that I've got. And, like, is this good here?
What does his gold piece look like?
Very foreign to yours. Different shapes on it, but gold's gold end of the day. So yeah, it would work.
Yeah, I mean,
And I asked the shopkeeper, would you take gold to
Gold,
pay?
definitely. Buy many sets with this.
Just one set,
One
please.
set?
I need change.
You sure you don't want to buy more sets?
Just one set.
Just one? I've got a lovely loot here if you'd like a loot.
I'm gonna look over to Darek and just go, fucking foreigners.
No? Okay.
No,
All right
no.
then. Hands 9 pieces of silver and your set of dice to you. In fact,
What, that
here,
was- that
I
was-
have a
that
set
was
of
how
dice
many
that I can
silver,
give
sorry?
you. 9.
No.
It's lovely. Set of dice
Is it-
here. New
Yeah,
dice.
well, how many gold is equivalent to silver? Like
10 silver
10.
to a gold.
10 silver to a gold, so 1 silver.
10 gold to a platinum.
You
Yeah,
5
there's not one
electrum
in
to
place
a
at the moment.
gold.
Something like that.
10 copper to a silver.
I'm gonna say to the shopkeeper, thank you.
In
and,
common?
And I'm going to say,
Or Elvish?
in Elvish,
Okay.
because she speaks Elvish.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, thank you, and I'm gonna try hand you one of the leaves of my thingy.
I'm going to take it and go, thank you. Just kind of put it in my robe.
Are you guys all leaving the store now?
Can I ask what the leaves are for?
You gave dice. I give something in return.
But you don't need to pay me. I don't need payment for it. You can keep the leaf.
It's a gift.
It's a gift. I'm giving it to you.
So you don't want my leaf?
Ah,
And I'm gonna look a little bit hurt about it.
I'm just gonna go. I'll take the leaf and I'm gonna put it in my pocket anyway, and just.
I'm gonna
Just
pocket the
roll.
dice and then like run to whatever the next stand is and start looking.
You find scrolls and
no.
stuff in this one. There's just random affairs, similar stuff.
I'm going to look towards Korath and knowing that he reads and carries a lot of paper. I'm just gonna pick up one that looks interesting off the table and try and hand it to him.
Hey.
I'm gonna point to him and then just keep giving him the paper.
Are you paying, sir?
I'll turn around like I'm paces away now because I keep walking. Sorry, what's going on?
She's offering you one of these scrolls. And she needs to pay for it first. Someone needs to pay.
Are you gonna pay?
This is the facial expression I'm gonna be giving you. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the
that's too
shopkeep.
many words and I don't understand what you just said.
Well, excuse me, miss.
Pay in
Put down.
blinks.
Let's pay.
Are they speaking in Elvish or common?
Common
these
this
people?
one.
Yeah, so I've got no idea what they're saying, and I've just got a piece of paper, and I know that Korath carries lots of pieces of paper.
Yeah, I looked at the shopkeep. Is she gonna pay?
Pay? She needs to pay. She doesn't look like she's paying.
What
I'm
is
going to
it?
hear the word pay, and I'm going to point to him.
I'm gonna hear this as I'm at another stand and like come over and be like, Danica, you can't just grab stuff. It needs to pay first.
Pay!
He doesn't need to pay. We need to leave it for now, and we can.
I'm just
look-
gonna turn around and walk away. Like,
and we
it's not
can
my
look at stuff
problem.
later. He doesn't have to pay for you. I got you dice as a gift.
I give paper.
Paper isn't currency here. But it's not money here.
What's money?
Guys,
Gold.
can you speak language that I understand? Someone needs to pay or put the goods back down.
I'm gonna like grab it gently from Danica and go and put it down. We need to leave it here.
Fucking foreigners.
I'm just going to look really upset that Korath didn't take the piece of paper and then just kind of really drag my feet and just follow along wherever these guys are going.
you doing anything, Tharek?
I'm just laughing to myself.
Just what, following behind everyone? You don't need to buy anything while you're here?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I need to check my rations.
Is there a weapon shop by any chance?
I'm
Or
not
a
outside
weapon
the
I
store?
wall.
can speak Elvish.
No, cool. Okay.
Right. After a few more shopping visits like this, I believe the other group will meet up with you.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Bihan, you catch up with the rest of the group just in the markets area outside the walls.
Okay. Is General West with us right at this moment?
I believe he'd probably be a minute or two behind you, just, talking to his guards.
Okay, guys. General West is about to show up.
Korath salutes
Sorry.
immediately.
Yeah. Danica Kaldax, this is someone who's very important. Like, not quite the king of everyone here, but he's right up there. I say this in Elvish. Big Chief.
I'm gonna nod and just stand there kind of expectantly looking at anyone that looks like they're walking semi towards us.
You do notice a guy about 50 paces behind Bihan and Cora. No, sorry, Falcris, sorry. I even have them in order where you guys sit.
Different people?
Both look the same. No. You do not even look the same. Anyway, you see stopping every so often to talk to people as a guy in very well adorned military uniform. Like, he has medals basically galore all over his uniform. He threw this jacket on before he left.
Does
Left
he
his
look
office.
like a warrior, or does he just look like?
Oh no, he looks like a tough warrior, this guy. In fact, he does have in his breeding a bit of giant as well.
Who's
So,
this?
the General West.
Oh, does it?
So you definitely go for a round of fisticuffs if you're offering. But eventually, he does make it up to you guys. Yes. Soldiers, nods
hold
at you two.
Yep. Everyone, all the soldiers, I imagine, salute. I kind of do the same. And then I say, General West, this is the companions I was telling you about. Kaldax and Danica.
Kaldax, he puts out his hand to shake yours.
They speak Elvish, primarily.
Do you say the word Elvish in the Elvish tongue?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. With that, he does speak Elvish as well, so he goes,
I'm guessing this has been about an hour since we.
started the, yeah.
Okay, and my disguise just like fades out, and I turn back into my normal self as he's like right in front of him.
Was not expecting that. He takes his hand back.
Yeah, as I reach. Like,
Yeah.
the
Oh. What are you? He just says bluntly.
I'm the Drow half elf.
One sec. Let's see if he... Never heard of that species before.
I come from a land far away. We were shipwrecked, and I'm here.
You were on the ship that I got a missive about.
Yes, I was on the ship. I helped your army people slay the owlbears and the kobolds and Falcris's and Korath's village.
You guys went there as well. Oh. Well, thank you for that. I assume you actually were victorious and you're here? Saved New Crest Hill?
I'm gonna nudge Valkris and say,
Yes,
what
my
is he saying?
apologies.
He's talking about the action that we had at home.
Oh, yes, apologies for not mentioning that, General West. That was just a quick side excursion.
That's all fine, Bihan. I understand. You had your priorities. He extends his hand again and goes, "Well met, Kaldak." And
Well,
you, Danica. I hear he leans in.
I'll sorry, just
Yeah.
interrupt. I'm going to translate for Koreth.
Oh, yeah.
Basically,
He leans in and
quietly.
goes, "I hear you have wings."
Yes, would you like to see them?
Nope.
And I throw off the cloak.
Oh.
And spread my wings as far as I can.
As you throw off the cloak and spread your wings, he's taken aback and takes a step back and like, whoa, looks at them. People in the market start screaming. Go, "Mist, creatures, mist!" With that, General West shouts on the top of his voice, "Calm, everybody, calm. It's okay. They're fake. They are fake." I'm gonna roll a deception. I can roll 17. Okay, that's definitely high enough to. They are fake. Back in Elvish. Do you mind just temporarily covering them until we're in the safety of my fort? Just people aren't used to seeing those kind of things here.
I'm just going to give him a weird look. Like, you have strange people here, and put the cloak on.
We do. It's strange for ones like you. The capital of Ancient welcomes you, and I personally will take charge of you and welcome you into the city. If you would like to come.
No.
No?
No, it's big walls. Don't like.
You will
I
be-
wait here.
You I have lodging for you. Somewhere where you can stay and sleep. Rest.
I rested back there, and I'm going to point to the way we came.
Yes.
I'd
But
say General West stops all the fighting between tribes in the city.
You must fight lots to keep everyone in control.
the more control you have, the less fighting you have to do.
Ooh.
I'm going to, turn my head like I'm trying to comprehend that, because it's a weird concept to me. So
Everybody is scared of General West, so they do what he says.
I'm going to... Oh, okay.
Mm.
So, would you now accept my invite? You will be well safe, well fed. And
I'm assuming General West's passive perception's pretty high.
Yeah.
He'll see Korath look really uncomfortable about inviting her to stay in the city.
I can imagine Korath's just like tensing up.
Do I pick up on with my passive? Do I pick up that he's kind of tensing in the background and giving me the evils again?
No.
I'm not
high
looking at
enough.
you. I'm listening to what Valkris is
Yeah.
translating to me and picking up on body language from General.
Yeah.
At this point, I might start tailoring.
Tailoring?
Actually,
Yeah.
saying to Korath to come as assuage his doubts.
I guess I'm going to follow along very slowly, but I'm going to follow on behind the general. And as I'm walking, I'm just going to tell him things that I think is important, like, oh, I got dice, and he doesn't like paper, and Bihan steals from the dead.
With that one, he will definitely go, steals from the dead? How do you mean? Your passive... Would you be watching the body language intensely between them?
General West, yeah, because I don't understand the language. The only thing I've got to go by is perception of their
Roll
body
a
language.
perception then.
Roll it.
Seeing you're actually watching.
Here we go.
Oh wait, no, your passive is pretty high anyway, isn't it?
My
It's
passive.
17.
I don't know. I can't see.
It's
my
passive aggressive.
On the first page, isn't it, at the bottom?
Korath
No.
also will pick up on the odd word now.
Yeah, you probably would
Not
pick up.
Yeah, just like basic stuff. One day is probably not enough. I don't know how to see passives.
It's on the abilities and stuff at the bottom.
I went to that page and scrolled down.
You go on 17.
17.
Yeah.
I also rolled a
642.
21.
You, I would say, pick up that he is trying to indulge this creature. Yeah. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if I care. It looks like he's just doing that over-friendly greeting to get somebody to follow them. Yeah. I kind of figured they'd be taken.
Yeah.
It's more Caldex I'm worried about.
You notice that he's more talking to this one than Caldex. But you do enter, you start following him in. You also notice that his 2 guards he brought with him are following behind you guys. But he leads you through the city. As you start to crouch in a bit as the walls get closed in, he puts his hand on your arm and goes, "Okay, it's fine. Trust me, there are open spaces in the fort. You'll feel much safer."
I'm gonna follow, but I'm gonna start like side-eyeing every kind of dark alley that looks like I could hide in it.
I'll just whisper to you, look, you can always fly away if it gets too bad.
I'm just taking it all in as I go through, looking at all the buildings, the architecture, like just...
Yeah, I'd almost say this is a new city compared to what you're used to too. Like, it's very shiny compared. Shiny.
Might have been an earthquake or something.
I wouldn't say pristine because there's a lot of people and
Cities are inherently revolting places, generally.
but the buildings look all new. Like, well kept buildings. Lots of money in the city. As you approach the fort, you notice in the background a large set of hills beyond the city.
Is there a big tower on top of it?
There is a large tower on top of it.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
Suddenly
Not
I
a
felt like
wizard's
a large
tower.
glass of port and a sugar loaf.
Yeah, anyway. Yes, there's a large tower. Very... It gleams with holy light, basically. Yeah. That, as you guys from South Motu would know as the Tower of Virtua. Temple of Virtua. Right. You enter the fort. This fort... The entrance hall is quite large. So it's way more spacious, but there are people galore in this area.
A lot of people with soldiers' uniforms.
Yeah, this is where it's large enough that you could get a small group of 20 to get ready before they march straight out of the...
I'm just
into
gonna
the
sort of
city.
ask, like, what's the plan while we're here? What are we doing?
At the moment, we're just following General West.
Is there a library or a scholars that I can go and have a look and read some?
What does General West say?
There are libraries here. After a quick debrief and a quick, relax and stay. I mean, it is getting towards nightfall now. Yes, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps the day after, we could permit you entrance into the library. But we need to sit down and have a discussion about plans going forward. He leads you to a side room where there's a round table with multiple chairs. Please, he gestures. Sit.
Cheers big enough for us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are all manner of chairs. Please sit. This table would also sit easily 20 odd people, and with only the
Big
full
deal.
group here. You also notice that his 2 guards stay outside. But in here, already sitting at one of the seats, is his secretary and another figure you do not recognize. Close names. Bihan, you would recognize this one as one of the advisors to the king.
Right.
Between them sits that paper of the battle, the plans that you managed to get, Bihan.
Did any of us see that, or did Bihan keep that to himself?
I assume Bihan kept that to himself.
I did. If you look at the plans, you'll probably it was pretty clear there was a big ship plan on it, right?
Yeah, you can see now. Definitely close enough. There's a ship.
It's floor plans for ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we didn't know that came from Bihan.
No.
No. Okay.
So, I take it you all sit down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, so, please, let's go around the table and discuss how your journey went. I believe you two cousins, Korath and Falkris, you guys were scouts for our South Motu.
Yes, sir. Where were we up in the north? Here?
We were in Brido, and we were making sure that the North Motu soldiers didn't get a foothold.
Yeah.
And
Foothold on the beach.
we met a woman named Bellara, and she'd travelled to the beach on a small rowboat,
Hmm.
I think. And that's where we also found Bihan.
Bihan.
Unfortunately, Bella passed away, but we did find out that she had been deceiving us.
Wow. Okay, and Bihan, do you know how you ended up in Ballara's boat?
I described the fight that I was in. There were these guys who were attacking me on the way south,
Mhm.
and then I sort of passed out. And but I did, I think, see her boots, and I can't remember if I filled in the gaps. I assume she'd defeated them and rescued me.
Okay, and then you guys travelled south, and that's where you met these two
Yes.
The big black boat.
on the big black.
Yeah, we met them directly in. Those two? Yes, we met them at the Mist Boat.
Okay, and then you journeyed together to your town, New Crest Hill.
Yes, we received a message from a scout that was heading through and said New Crest Hill was in danger, and I apologise sincerely, General. Once I heard my home was in trouble, I asked for permission from the newly appointed sergeant if we could go, and he graciously accepted. So we went and rushed and managed to make sure everybody there was safe and defeat the enemies.
And how did that battle go?
Is Talric with us?
Yes.
I'll point to Talric and say he was defending New Crest Hill, not on his own, but he was definitely leading the charge. I believe he's also private like I am.
Yes.
And our Sergeant Falkris directed us into a battle formation. I believe he called it the West Coast Hustle.
The West Coast sidestep.
So yeah, sorry. Yep.
Very nice, very nice. And then you came here. Is there any information I can learn from your guys' land? Where do you hail from, Caldex?
I come from a country called Klee. It's a large continent. Across the water, I was on the shipping vessel looking for the sunken city of Umbra, and trying to find out what I could. It's always been a passion of mine, and we got shipwrecked and landed here. I don't know really how we sort of got here as such. We just kind of washed up on shore.
You came through the mist.
Yeah, like the mist just surrounded us, and we wound up here.
You came from a land beyond the mist. The ship you were on, what type of ship was that?
A prison ship.
So you held...
We held prisoners of like horrible people on there. Just some, but like they all die. They all die.
yeah.
Yeah, all the prisoners died as we landed here.
Yeah, they weren't exactly secure inside there.
Was on fire as well.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
too
yeah.
didn't help. And Danica, what type of land do you hail from?
I come from Balmoral.
Just as they're talking, Elvish? I can't understand.
I suppose that was common.
I was speaking common.
Yeah, this one will be Elvish.
As they're doing that, I'm gonna just lean over to Bihan and whisper, "Do we tell them about the black smoke that came out of the boat?"
We should, yes.
You do it.
I'll wait.
They can continue their conversation.
Yeah, I'll wait till they finish this and then mention the black smoke.
So you say just Balmoral?
Yeah.
What sort of land is this Balmoral?
I live in a forest.
Is it warm?
Warm enough.
And the people, are they much like you?
They are all like me.
Very interesting. I'd love to learn more about both your guys' lands. In fact, yeah,
I
yes.
should quickly mention, maybe not all the prisoners died. There was something that escaped from below the boat, which presented as like a black smoke that flew into the air and disappeared.
Ah, I presume that was how Bella died.
That was, yes, I believe so.
'Cause that was kind of missing on the report before. Oh, good bathroom break there, Tharek. We're just doing a quick debrief. How was your defense of New Crest Hill? You're the only sole survivor of your unit.
Yes, sadly they all didn't. None of them survived.
So how was your first outing as a troop in the army?
Bit of a drag, really.
Yes, well, being the nephew of my captain is, unfortunate for you that you had to face some of those things, and I tried to give you an easy job. It did turn into a bit of a debacle, didn't it? But you're here now. Thank you for the debrief. Is there anything else from you guys? And he looks at the other two that were sitting there, which you now notice. One of them, the king's secretary, was actually writing information down, just like Borath is doing now. That's where this one pipes up and goes, yes, these plans. It rolls them out in front of you. These plans are more than they seem. And with that a wave of her hand flicks light, revealing stuff written on here. It reads now, ship through to sail through the mist. And then there's little arrows pointed to the bottom level saying arcane orbs, in brackets energy.
What? Dun dun dun.
And we can all see this on the...
Yeah, so you can all see that now. Oh, sorry, hang on. I did not realize you couldn't actually see it.
Are you changing Carl's view? Oh, the stream's delayed. It's still on the map. It's not on the boat.
On the. Oh.
On there, yeah. See, it's still got the map of Antodon. It doesn't have the boat.
Which cameras are dead? Oh, Akita and Ryan are frozen. Hang on. I only know one way to reset that.
Could we have a break?
Yeah.
time.
But to do the break, we'll have to disconnect from the stream and reconnect. Yeah. Right. We will have a break in a quick second. Basically, he will say,
I've got a quick question.
yeah.
Did I just watch this advisor do magic in front of us with the map?
You did. Very light magic, as in literal light.
But definitely, there's a South Motu person who just went, "Oh, here's some magic."
Yeah. You have a question about that then? How are you actually going to react?
That seems like simple magic. Can I do I would have seen it before over my life, surely.
Yeah.
I very deliberately try not to react.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you react, Ryan?
I saw it and go, simple enough magic. Lots of people do that back home.
Oh, I can fix it without skipping. Okay, hang on. 1 second. The battle map, yeah.
Would I know what an arcane orb is? Would I,
Okay.
can I do a check or something to... whether I'd know?
You would straight away know because you came on a ship that had 8 of them.
Okay.
Because they were the ones that helped you propel yourself through the water without the use of sails.
Right.
Would you like to share that information?
Yes, yeah. So I'll let them know that, our ship had 8 of those orbs. It must have been, from what I understand, what let us, gave us the energy to go forward.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe that's, looking at this map, it's maybe what led us through the mist, I guess.
Well, this may be crazy, but I may have had an idea. Within one of these missives that we received, that you handed us, Bihan, says that we are using mist-born creatures and equipment for our own better doing. To take control in this war that we are having. How would you all present like to actually put this to use and head through the mist and see what we can possibly use to help us, if not remove this mist and actually create the world a whole?
Korath's gonna not know if he should put his hand up or
As you look so confused, the general turns towards you and goes, "Yes, Cora."
I'm really having an issue with communication, especially with Danica over there. If this is going to happen more often, we need to organize something, especially if Kaldax, he's been able to help me understand a little bit. If this is going to happen more often, is there a solution that we can have?
I mean, you do have your translators at the moment, I suppose, amongst you. Most of you speak common apart from one, and then the others speak the Elvish.
I'll ask Kaldax, but I'll ask you. What languages do a lot of, what's more common? Or, what are uncommon things that people speak?
Other
Kaldax would know this.
Other than common, you'd probably say Elvish.
Yeah.
Would be.
He's a lingua franca.
Draconic, Undercommon.
Draconic probably wouldn't be, but
Infernal.
Yeah.
neither would that.
Abyssal, Celestial.
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Halfling. Yeah. Quite a few, but not. Yeah. Yeah. So I suppose if you wanted, I could give you lessons on how to speak? Or you lessons, Danica, to speak common? I could get lessons for you to start speaking common. Not by myself, but by others. I am a busy person.
Yes, I am learning.
Okay. I will schedule someone to teach you more. So, does everyone agree to this mission that I have set forward?
Yes, sir.
Cool. We currently have a ship in construction. With these plans, we could modify them with your orbs from your ship. We could definitely have something ready in the next month. Hopefully able to sail through the mist. I have a crew that we could fill it, and then you guys will be going aboard as general hands until you are needed to go off the ship in another land beyond the mist.
Is this to... Are we going to North Motu, or are we going to a land...
A land beyond. Hopefully one of your guys' lands where we can learn more.
So we have a month to get prepared. The 6 of us?
So Thalric is joining our little unit.
Yes, seeing you help defend, you proved yourself quite well, and you need more than one mission. This one will do you good. Besides, your boat training might come in handy.
Don't let the rest of your party
I salute and say, yes, sir.
Good job. You 4 South Motu guys are free to head home in this month, anywhere you wish. Kaldax, Danica, you start speaking in Elvish. I would very much like you to stay within the fort near me, where we can learn more about your lands. And learn more about what we could possibly find in your lands, basically. Anything that we could use to defeat the mist. So, yeah. With that, we will have our break, in which you guys can level up because you are having a month off where you may study and train. Please go up. Michael, I know you have already done your character sheet, so I will hand you your massive character sheet.
I can't read that.
Some would say giant.
If it doesn't
Holy
come in A2 next time, Josh will be very disappointed.
I can read it. Just.
Don't
With
even
that-
need the goggles.
We will go for a break.
Massive.
Everyone, please make sure you level up your characters to level 3 in this break.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back soon, guys.
Hello players and DMs, I'm Lance with Draw20, and today I'd like to introduce our illustrated card-based D20 companion. I would call it a D20 alternative, but usually when I do, all people hear is,
Once I've cast my curse of cards, they'll never use dice ever again.
these are meant to be an addition to your collection that you use for intense situations or very character-driven moments. While they do work exactly like a D20 in terms of probability, we are not trying to replace your dice. The cards themselves are a fantastic companion for any D20 system. The cards are beautiful, dramatic, fun to handle, and actually celebrate your results. From, we might actually pull this off, to, the gods are with us! Also ranging from, that was slightly craptacular, to, what in the actual was I thinking? Now that we've had a good look at the cards, I'd also like to introduce myself. Hey there, my name is Lance. I'm an illustrator and lifelong tabletop role-playing gamer. I love to DM games that are dark and dangerous or fantastical and absurd. I love long walks in the Feywild and enhancing your abilities. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you at our next video where we're going to discuss alternative uses for DMs and players. See you soon.
In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance. Heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Dungeons deep and dragons high, they quest beneath the endless sky. With courage bold and spirit strong, they fight the battles, right the wrong. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Amidst the traps and hidden lore, they press ahead, seeking more. For in the heart of every quest lies the chance to prove their best. Their party formed by fate's design. Each member brings their own shine. With sword and spell they face the test. In pursuit of treasure and conquest. Sharpen your wit and grasp your character sheet tight. In the realm of imagination there is no end to delight. For in roll for adventure the thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. The thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. In dungeons deep and dragons high, they quest beneath the endless sky. With courage bold and spirit strong, they fight the battles, right the wrong. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Amidst the traps and hidden lore, they press ahead, seeking more. For in the heart of every quest lies the chance to prove their best. Their party formed by fate's design. Each member brings their own shine. With sword and spell they face the test. In pursuit of treasure and conquest. Sharpen your wit and grasp your character sheet tight. In the realm of imagination, there is no end to delight. For in roll for adventure, the thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. The thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. In a realm where shadows dance, beneath the moon's enchanting glance, heroes rise with swords in hand to brave the perils of the land. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. In dungeons deep and dragons high, they quest beneath the endless sky. With courage bold and spirit strong, they fight the battles, right the wrong. Roll for adventure, roll for the thrill. Across realms vast, their destinies fill. With each dice cast, a tale to fulfill. In dungeons deep, they test their skill. So let the dice roll and the stories unfold. In the realm of fantasy where legends are told. For in roll for adventure, their spirits soar. The realms of wonder forevermore. Amidst the traps and hidden lore, they press ahead, seeking more. For in the heart of every quest lies the chance to prove their best. Their party formed by fate's design, each member brings their own shine. With sword and spell they face the test, in pursuit of treasure and conquest. Sharpen your wit and grasp your character sheet tight. In the realm of imagination there is no end to delight. For in roll for adventure, the thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure. The thrill never bends. Hearts ablaze with the change of fate and the magic each roll brings. It's time to roll for adventure.
Hello and welcome back. We have a birthday amongst us, so everyone's kind of helping themselves to cake. So, yes.
Hey.
Oh, thank you. Right. So I believe everyone has leveled up to level 3 now.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you've been picked as the weakest target.
Which one? Snaps?
Yep.
Snaps isn't even looking.
Oi.
So
Kitten.
how does everyone spend their month? Let's start with Falkris. How do you spend your month?
I am going to spend my month trying to get in touch with my god,
Okay.
who is a bit like Crom. You know, he just basically gives you your tools says, get on with it.
Now let's
So-
try something sweet.
Self-reliance, etc.
Yeah.
And I'll spend time meditating and what have you so that I can actually develop these skills that I've got.
But yeah. Sounds good. Any physical training or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Plenty of that.
Yep.
Plenty of beating up, the smaller members of the garrison.
So you're level 3. What level class did you take your 3rd level in?
Oh, barbarian.
Barbarian.
Of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Carrying on the barbarian.
Oh, yep, definitely.
Nice. Talric?
I assume I'll have more of those dreams, most likely. Like something similar.
You probably
Yeah.
have recurring dreams, sure.
But when I'm not dreaming and sleeping and whatnot, obviously,
Yep. You're awake? Yep. Nice.
I'll be looking, and watching everyone else and looking for advice on how to get better at fighting and stuff, seeing as I am new to the army.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Find
over,
anyone to train with.
yeah,
There's plenty of people to train with.
just training as hard as I possibly can.
Train with me, mate.
Yeah.
Could do.
A lot of bruises.
Your 3rd level. What level did you take? Class.
Sorry?
What did you take for your 3rd level?
Paladin class.
Paladin? Carrying on the Paladin line.
I chose the. I just checked it. It was, I think.
Oath of the
More
Dragons.
pain.
Oath of the Dragons, was it?
I didn't have that option.
You should have.
Oh, well, I'll pick that. I'll
Hey,
change it to
Nala.
that one. If it's an option.
Or whatever it is. The one for your dragon one that you have in front of you on the paper.
Cloud of Dragons.
Be somewhere on there. Anyway,
Oh, dragon.
it'll be like on the last page.
It's the god's name.
Miss
Bihan, how do you spend your month?
So I start off really obsessed about that book until old friends work out I'm in town and take me out for wine, woman, and song, and behaving in the shenanigans that can get one knocked down a few ranks by upsetting the wrong important people. And then I spend the month sort of alternating between unhealthy benders and unhealthy obsession with the book, and occasionally catching up with his advisor. And instead of what I'd normally do was unhealthy bender to extreme fighter training, I sort of get a little bit out of shape and a little bit pale and wan, and get my extra level in wizard as I've started to unlock some of the secrets of this book.
Very cool.
Cool.
It's
It's kind of a right field, isn't it? Left field. Left field.
Let's go. Caldex, how did you level? What level did you take?
I got my
Warlock.
warlock patron.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Leveled up with your another warlock level then.
yeah, another warlock level.
Nice. You don't
Um,
really have to train being a warlock. It
no.
just kind of happens.
Comes naturally. Sort of.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just feel more in touch with your god.
Following the patrons'
Yeah,
guidance.
yeah, like sort of as I gaze up into the sky, like regularly reading books, looking into the history of this country. And
You do
learning-
find that you do get access to some of the books. There is part of the library that is completely locked to you that you're not allowed in.
like lock and key, or like
Yes.
just bury it off. Or-
Yeah, lock and key.
Could I-
You're free to go anywhere else in the library.
Can I ask the king for access?
When eventually
If
you
we
do
were getting-
meet the
if-
king,
if-
you
well,
do.
You said we met the king. And
Yes,
we were
yep.
discussing and talking
Yep.
to him.
You and Danica have met the king. You still, under guidance, you get the occasional access to it, but you're not allowed in there to take a book and study it. You're just allowed to glance at titles, That's pretty much about all you're
Can't
allowed.
persuade him to let me look at more.
No, the Liberian Elith and the king
Yeah.
is very. You're trusted, but
Yeah.
you're not one of the people who hail from this land yet. So,
Yeah.
Danica, your 3rd level. Keeping it with Rogue.
Yep. I took Shadowmancer Rogue, which is from
The Pantheon.
the Pantheons. And I just spent the month semi-hiding from people because there's still way too many people and the city's way too big. And when I wasn't busy hiding, I was trying to convince people to trade things with me and try and gather things that look shiny and semi-valuable and trade them leaves in return.
I was also getting to know Danica more and trying to teach her more of the common way of
Yeah, and I
doing it,
learned.
and teaching her more common.
I probably know broken common.
Cool. Korath, how do you spend your?
I'm gonna go to the main temple and spend a lot of time praying, researching, studying, trying to find all the information I can on the figure that I saw.
Okay. So, you
All right.
you spend 2 or 3 days up there, trying to pray, find information out. On the night, the 3rd night, you have a strange dream. You are thrust in this dream. You are thrusted into the heart of a raging battle. Steel clashes against steel. War cries echo through the night, and streaks of chaotic energy illuminate the fray. Yet amidst the pandemonium, there is a stark contrast, a disciplined legion holding the line with an unwavering formation. Towering over the battlefield stands Amul Vor, the unforgiving warlord. The name pops into your head during the dream. His gaze sweeps across the chaos with an expression of absolute control. Amul Vor's attention seems to focus on key moments. The first being, you see a warrior wielding a masterful crafted longsword. This warrior moves with precise, efficient strikes against chaotic enemies, each blow leaving a searing trail of radiant light. The chaotic energies around the impact visibly dissipate. You sense the blade's righteous power against chaos. Another vision, key moment, as Amul Vor's gaze shifts to a steadfast defender, bearing a towering shield. Arrows and chaotic spells slam against this gleaming surface, yet the defender remains unyielding, protected by an unseen force. You witness a key moment where the nearby ally is struck. A nearby ally is struck by a wild attack, but the defender with the shield reacts instantly, interposing the shield and taking the blow instead. With an aura of unwavering defense and selflessness, guardianship emanates from the shield. The chaotic energies seem to falter and break against its pure surface. Now your attention is drawn to a single figure, imposing amidst the disciplined legion. This Goliath of a figure, their massive frame moving with surprising agility and focused intent. This Goliath wields both the elegant blade and the towering shield with seamless proficiency. The blade strikes with radiant precision, while the shield deflects incoming attacks with effortless grace. Sorry, I'm reading it from so far away. Against their considerable bulk. When an ally nearby is threatened, the Goliath interposes the shield, their massive form barricading against the assault. Then immediately follows up with a focused strike with the blade, dispelling the chaotic energy of the attackers. There is a palpable sense of enhanced control and protection radiating from this unified wielder, their sheer size adding to the feeling of unyielding order. The disciplined legion, inspired by Amalvor's presence, holds firm against the chaotic onslaught. Suddenly the Goliath raised the blade and a wave of pure, harmonious energy erupts, dispelling large pockets of chaos. The shield remains steadfast, a steadfast barricade at their side. Amalvor turns his gaze towards you, a silent command in his eyes. The scene around you begins to waver, the Goliath standing as a beacon of order amidst the chaos. Amalvor's form begins to fade. You feel a profound connection to the blade's power against chaos, the shield unyielding protection, and the enhanced effectiveness when wielded together by a single disciplined user.
So
you were smoking some strong shit that day?
yeah. So after Korath has these visions or interpretations of things that he's read and dreamt, he's going to give up using heavy bludgeoning weapons, and he's going to start training with longsword.
Okay.
So the next month is going to be training at the temple, in the courtyards with the longsword, trying to get that spark of what he saw in his visions.
Mm-hmm. And what do you take your third level as?
I'm going to be a fighter quarter blade.
So another fighter level. Nice. Very good. At the end of the month, you each receive a message in the form of a letter to meet back in that room that you left the general in last time, had that meeting before our break. To meet him there in 2 days. In these 2 days, does anyone wish to do anything? Are you too far away that you can't make it there? No?
I think so.
No? Knowing that you had a month, you'd probably be heading back by then anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can we get a bit more equipment?
You can get equipment.
Oh, I want to get my money from a month's salary.
Yes. You do get your money for your month's salary.
Get so much from
3 CP.
What's a private get?
So, Bihan, Korath, and Thalric, please add a gold piece to your inventory. Whoop, whoop. Falkris, add 2 gold pieces.
Ah!
And to get my longsword, could I trade my maul in
You could.
with
Yeah.
the I will remove maul.
While you two are still at the fort, and technically kind of employed by Motumotu, you also receive a gold piece. Paid by the taxpayers, so...
Are we allowed to get weapons as well, or are we still being monitored as to what weapons we're allowed to carry?
At the moment, you're not allowed to carry anything beyond the walls of the fort. you're allowed to leave the fort unarmed and all that, stay within the walls of the capital. You do find, Caldex, that you are followed by a guard if you do leave. Danica, you're followed by about 5.
I'd say I probably wouldn't leave to go into the outer city. It's too big.
Okay. You're not followed by anyone because you don't go anywhere. You're followed within the walls, each of you by 1 guard of the fort. Right, you re-enter the hall and the round table. One by one you all enter when you get there. Sitting at the table, you see General West. You see the King's advisor, General's assistant, and 3 other people sitting around the table. All 3 are dressed quite well, very rich clothing. However, the difference between one of them, the shortest of them all, he wears a crown. For everyone who needs to see it, this is what he looks like. Give us a second.
Oh, that's a pretty cool crown.
When it loads and plays. This is what he looks like. If it is it freezing?
Nice tuning.
Oh, okay, it's just frozen on the other screen. Anyway.
Okay.
Yep. Everyone happy? Oh, it's looking really terrible on the other one, but I'll get rid of that. There, I'll do it that way. Yeah. Right.
What a cool looking dude.
As you all enter and take your seats, the general goes, "May I please introduce you all to King Cecil, the Wanderer."
Oh, what a cool dude.
Yes, he is Cecil from our last campaign. Much older. Much older. And way more travelled. Yes.
You like that one, Carl? He's speechless.
That's amazing. The crown's not quite got the gravitas of the metal pot, though.
No.
It does cover up that third eye.
It took me ages to do that, alright?
Now, if you guys want your old characters put into the story somewhere, just let me know.
I just actually said it as an offhand joke.
It's not a
he
bad
ran with it.
Yeah, it was not a bad idea. King Cecil stands very unnoticeably to you guys that he's standing with his height challengeness. You do like to play height challenge characters, don't you?
Yes, I do, actually, for some reason. Makes him stand out. Under.
Out of habit, he goes, "Well met, adventurers." First time you've heard this term. The kingdom of South Motu truly is in debt to you all for doing this and travelling beyond the mist. I myself hail from beyond. So many different lands I have travelled.
I remember his sword.
So many different places I have seen. But nothing that I believe could really help defeat the mist. I am hoping that you guys could. I while you guys were training in the last month, I have gotten to know these two from beyond the mist. And after talking to the one with the wings, she seems to know some bit of information that I also have heard amongst my travels. A great weapon known as the Sentinel. She believes... Please correct me. He points at you, Danica, and goes, if I'm wrong. But it hails within your land.
I have heard of Sentinel before.
So this
Is this
weapon
thing common or Elvish?
I'm going to try saying broken common.
heard Sentinel before.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time seeing her in a month and she speaks.
Yep.
So I have decided the ship known as the SS Adventurer. Spirit of Adventure, sorry.
Oh, wow. That's fun.
SS Spirit of Adventure. Shall lead you to the lands known as Balmoral through the mist and hopefully discover the item or weapon or whatever it is known as the Sentinel, and hopefully help us win the war and dispel the mist once and for all and prove that the gods are better than this magic stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Good job.
Although everything has its balance. However, as you are going in lands beyond, we have scoured for the last month this land, searching for items that may help you all admit through your journeys. So, please let me give you some gifts. For you, he points at you, Bihan. Meeny, miny, mo. This here is a small, well-carved wooden pendant that doesn't seem to wind or move. For you, Bihan.
Okay.
Yeah. You may want to write a note for that. And that's what it looks like when he hands it to you. These are all items of unknown that have been in the land for so long that no one knows what they do. But they have not rusted in the time that they've been here or perished in any other way, so Korath, here, the king presents you with a medium-sized sword. It appears to be made of shiny metal. So it's another long sword made of shiny metal.
I will take that and see if it can fit into my sheath that I have.
Certainly fits. He presents you, Pelchris, with a medium-sized sword
Ooh.
made of shiny metal.
A medium-sized sword.
Yes, so this exact same thing, a long sword.
When he hands it to him, is it really big in his hands?
It's very tiny in his
No.
hands.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's big in his hands. Then he goes up to you, Talric. And I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Oh, there. He hands you a piece of parchment. This item is a roll of parchment. It is cylindrical in shape due to being rolled, and it is secured with a simple tie, a piece of string.
Thank you.
Okay. Now for the foreigners. For you, Caldex, this item is another scroll. It's a rolled piece of parchment. This one seems to be made of darker, more unusual material than the last one, like a bat wing or a sheet of treated plant fibers. It is cylindrical in shape and tied with a thin cord, possibly made with a strand of light metal hold for the tie. And for you, Tanaka, he hands you a simple gold coin. This coin is made of gold with two images on, an image on either side. One you recognize as the god, the goddess that we have discussed before, the mother one.
Luna?
Okay, Luna, yes. The goddess Luna. I needed to find it to get it. Goddess of the night. And on the other side is another goddess you don't recognize.
Female goddess?
Female goddess. Anyone possibly be sitting close to her? Yeah, Danica.
To me.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'd be sitting there with
You
sort
on
of
either side?
around.
You both got 12. Falkris, as you kind of glance at the coin and she's flipping it over, you recognize on the other side, the one you recognize is the goddess Vertra.
Which is
The goddess from here, yeah.
Yeah.
Goddess of life.
Okay, I'll say that's just casually whisper to her or say to her quietly, that's the local god on the hill. The tower.
Right. Now, for equipment. Normal equipment that you need. If you need anything, please let us know and we'll get that ready in the morn.
Sir, may I please have some plate armor?
Plate armor. Expensive.
Full plate.
Yes, like full plate. Ooh. I mean,
I cannot afford it myself, sir, but I've
1,500 gold. Or
I've been looking to get myself some better armor than this ragged shirt.
I mean, that usually takes time to get made. Hang on, let me find the blacksmith.
Would you have anything that might suffice better than this?
Give me 1 second.
Is that heavy? That'd be like saying
I'm wearing a
splint,
ringmail shirt.
which is heavy though, isn't it? Yeah. It's the lightest of the heavies.
Yeah, it's the lowest giving AC out of heavy armor.
Yeah.
So you're wearing ring mail, are you?
What's your AC?
I can definitely get you some chainmail fit to your size before the morn. Because in the morning you set sail. That should,
I will doff my shirt and
okay.
pass it to get fit for sizing. And I'll also say, I think I may have grown slightly since the last time. Could you please make it slightly larger?
Okay. Yep. We can get that done for you. I assume we're allowing for your growth. Yep. Otherwise you'll be squished in it.
I would like a short bow and some arrows and a dagger, please.
That can be done. Anyone else need any equipment?
Isn't it like a list of
I do.
miscellaneous items?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd
What we need
ask,
ration.
like,
Now I have all my starting gear.
if
Always
we're going
find that
through the
very
mist
useful.
again, then there might be more monsters. It'd be great if I could have some sort of better armor as well.
Some sort of better armor?
Some better light
Cool,
armor.
thank you.
Light armor. What
Awesome.
currently are you wearing?
Cast off studded leather.
for light, that's probably about the best you can probably get. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And cast off has been good.
Perfect. It takes a minute to doff or don armor.
Yeah. Cast off is an action, I believe.
One action rather than 10
Yeah.
rounds.
So it's pretty good for what you've got. Yeah.
Can I change my ring mail for...
You'll be able to.
What was it? What did you say?
Chainmail.
Anyway.
I asked for some healing.
Yeah,
like
would you
potions or
have any
something.
potions before we go?
Potions. We did dust off a couple in the stores of these unknown potions. We've got 4. And he holds up a vial. It is a viscosity, not the T.
Viscous.
Thank you. Faintly luminescent liquid, a sort of pale amber in color.
Would I recognize it? Because I've seen potions and stuff before. Could I do a perception check? See if I...
Yeah. You can do a perception.
Ooh. 5.
These are different to what you've seen before. But while you're doing it, you have a smell, and it smells vaguely sweet, almost like overripe fruit, with a subtle metallic undertone. Yeah. But there are 4 of these vials.
Right.
I'm
That's-
not gonna grab them if I don't know what they do.
Am I able to check what they are by any chance?
You wouldn't know potions. When it gets to it, you'll just have to risk
That's
it.
what I want to get. The stuff that I just wrote in pencil.
An abacus and mirror.
Just useful shit. Throw it
Oh,
back
the longsword you already got.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's all
So like
doable.
a little pouch of ball bearings, little
Yep.
pouch of caltrops.
When you get home, you can add that to your character sheet.
Oh, thank you.
All good. Anything you need, Carl?
And the most useful item in the
No.
entire game. Block
I've
and
noticed
tackle.
I don't have my
Because that will triple your strength.
my what's the word? Crystal ball on my character
We've got
sheet,
some holy
which I
water.
was planning to be
Same.
my focus. So I'm assuming I
Different
can
place,
use
bro.
it as a focus.
Yes.
Well, no, it's just useful.
Yeah, put it in.
I might not
I would
even use
say
it,
that
but
the
if someone goes, oh, I wish we had
person
holy
that
water,"
was
you go, "Ah."
teaching you and guiding you during your taught you on how to
Really
focus it,
take
so he
anything
would have
too
handed
big
over a
and
ball,
heavy.
so you
Just
can put that in.
simple things, small things.
Yeah, he would have shown you a few different shapes, and
Things you just throw on your back.
I suppose you would have drawn focus towards the ball.
Yeah,
Right,
sounds good.
awesome. Right, your meeting concludes, and in the morning, you are woken or awake. You are fed breakfast here at the fort, and then you are led down to the northern docks, where you see a lot smaller ship than what Caldex was on, but it's still quite a large ship for South Motu. It is made of beautiful Rimu wood.
Not black.
Not black. This one is a nice dark reddish wood. It has been crafted well, so it is very nice. It's definitely a brand new boat, you can tell that. You see somewhat secured weirdly to it, from your angle at least, there are one orb at the front just touching the water, and 2 orbs on your side that you see is touching the water near the back. There are a few crew members walking around on the ship. This is what you see as you are being led there by the King and General West. There is a whole crowd of people that have gathered to see you guys off. How are you two walking down, actually? loud and proud that you're from?
I'm just following. Yeah, I'm happy. I think after like a month of being there, you know, word would get round.
I'd say I'd be teetering towards like almost running in excitement versus stopping and realizing that there's still large things around me and it's still kind of terrifying because I haven't actually been out this way yet.
How are you dressed?
With my wings out.
Yeah, okay, that was the main question. Right, so the crowd is excited and cheering and things like that. As you pass, though, you do hear... the crowd grows a little bit quieter briefly, and then you hear whispers of... what's that wing thing? Do you see the shape of the ears on that darker skinned one? What about his eyes? No. It's just brief little description on things. Do you see how tall that one was? Oh wait, that's normal.
Blue-haired freak following the toe.
I'm also gonna like ask the king before we go. I was like, these gifts you gave us, like, what are the scroll actually for?
These
if it's a
gifts
gift,
have been...
surely it's got a purpose.
These unable to be read by myself, so they have been decided by the group that they each now belong to you guys. So hopefully they work and do you favor.
I'm just gonna kind of be like,
Quick question: Thalric was related to someone important,
Yes.
right?
So the assistant to the general, the captain, that is his uncle.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, important. That's how he got in, and yeah. Cool.
During the time off, I would have gone to New Crest Hill to visit father and explain to him that we're going on a boat. No idea how long we're going to be.
Yep. No, he was sad but excited for you as well. Exciting that hopefully we'll have an end to this mist. No more creatures coming out of it.
I'll say I'll look him in the eyes, put my hand on his shoulders, and say, "We need to end the chaos of this mist. That's our mission."
Yeah, we do. Protect everyone. Cool. Right, you approach the ship, and you are boarded. Upon the deck, you are greeted by a guy of authority, who definitely shows that he is the captain. I have no names planned for these guys, so let's go with Targo Coalbeard is his name. Introduces himself. Captain Targo Coalbeard. Targo Coalbeard. He says, you're in safe hands. I have sailed the seas around South Motu many a times. Cross up to the north.
What's your ship's name?
This ship is the SS Adventure. Spirit of Adventure. To my left, my first mate is Goro Bender. What? I'm reading names from these books.
No, I'm just like to see a giant pink feather in his cap.
That's mine.
Very classic Navy name,
Yeah.
obviously.
He's in the Navy.
Oh, I'll swap to Navy area.
Is he also in the YMCA?
Oh my.
With the rest of the village people.
The next one's a pot. No. Funny.
he's definitely the happiest guy on the ship.
Wow.
Snaps, don't be a pain.
Hey,
Oh.
your kittens have gotten bigger. Way bigger.
He's huge now.
Yeah. Now it's hiding. um.
She's put herself
The
back to
captain
bed.
was Targo. Captain Targo.
Taco.
Taco.
Tago Coldbeard.
Yep.
Taco? Tago.
Taco cold beer.
Tago.
Tago.
Chago cold beer.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Tago with the T.
And these are the fellow group as well. You see 6 others. We believe that this will be enough to suffice with your guys' hands to sail the seas through the mist and beyond and hopefully come back in one piece.
How many crew members?
Total of 8,
6 of us.
plus 8 of them.
Okay, so
Yeah,
captain,
14.
first mate, 6 guys, then us 6
Yeah.
guys.
So are we expected to do sea duties as well?
Oh, just basic stuff, really. Just,
Yep.
well,
Yeah, like splice the main brace and
Yeah.
aye, Captain.
So while on this deck, while on the ship, you are under my command. Captain goes. We all take shifts over the night, making sure that we're staying on course. All shifts are in pairs. One at the helm, and one just making sure the deck is secure.
Sounds like a good idea.
Right. With that, unless there's anything else you guys need, we will ships.
Just as Korath's boarding the boat, he'll trip.
Typical.
New armor, my bad, sorry. Gotta get used to the weight.
Okay. With that, you ship off. And start.
Entirely.
How big is the like? Do we have sleeping quarters?
Yes, you do have your own sleeping quarters and stuff.
I've drawn my.
All right. So that was-
With a hammock.
I'm just trying to picture how big the ship. Like, how long is the ship? Like,
Quite long. I would show you, but there's something else
You've
up.
seen the Endeavour? The replica that shows every stuff? It's tiny, man. Wouldn't believe it. Like 80 feet long. That's it.
Once we set sail, can I read that parchment?
Parchment?
That
King Cecil.
yeah, King Cecil gave me. And
Yeah.
Well, good bloke that King Cecil. Like him.
Long sword? Long sword.
Yeah.
Long sword.
Essentially the same sword. If I can get it.
Scroll?
Close. Oh, what did I get from? I got
Cecil.
a scroll.
You get a scroll, and you got scroll.
Coin.
You get a coin.
So I sit down with my pendant and my book, and not that I realize what I'm doing, I cast Identify on it.
Oh yeah.
Is that a cantrip? That's first
No.
Identify. Identify straight up does it, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Okay.
Then you've got to attune to it, don't you?
You identify a clockwork amulet.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can add a clockwork amulet to your inventory, and you'll know what that does.
Matthew.
Oh, Matthew.
I'm sorry, Carl. I didn't realize you couldn't see the camera.
People on the internet, they know.
Right.
Little buddy.
I then go to the others and go, do you want to give me the things you were given? I think I can. I might have a way to. Can I have a look at the things you've been given?
I'm gonna give it to him and sort of watch what he's doing.
I'll give him my longsword.
Okay. As you hand over your scroll, Ryan, and Valeric, you open yours. You, Carl, identify a scroll of Witch Bolt first level. So you've got a scroll of Witch Bolt first level. And
I get my book and I line it up and I go, I think these are the same. and try and explain it to him. And my identifier, by the way, is me taking lots of notes, which happens to involve putting it in a circle and comparing it to the book and
That thing you did to know what this is, that looked an awful lot like magic. I didn't think you knew magic.
Oops.
I've been really looking at this book, and it's like got weird patterns in it that do things. Like, look at this. And I open the book to a page and I go, I just imagine this, and then I do gust at him.
How does it blow him?
Must be a spell tome or spell book.
It seems to be about magic. I don't exactly know what. It's like a thing that makes your brain change.
Very interesting.
Alaric, as you open your scroll, you read without any hassle a
Anybody want to know one?
scroll of cure wounds first level.
No thanks.
So
I can just add that now?
You already handed it over, and he was able to identify it for you, which you would have been able to read as well. You opened it yourself.
So it's just there?
As we carry on traveling throughout the sea, further and further away from the island, it's getting smaller and smaller. You're out far enough now that you can actually see North Motu just in the far horizon.
We're heading directly towards the wall of this.
You are.
So we're heading east.
And at the moment, you are just solely running off sails as well.
What's that scroll of?
Witch Bolt, first level.
Right, so we just add it to our spell list, or?
No, it's an item. Once you use it, it's gone forever.
So you look for a spell scroll. As
If you're a wizard.
who would be next to hand over an item?
Me.
Okay.
I got longsword off of Felcris.
Okay, Falcris was next. Your longsword Falcris was identified as a silvered longsword.
Shiny metal. Silver.
Yeah, they all kind of make sense once you're thinking about it. Although this one, as Nikita Danica hands over her coin,
Assuming she does.
which she said she did. This one takes you a bit to study and learn and identify. You identify a rival coin. Unknown what the hell that does.
I'd say I've just got this weird phrase in my head. Rival coin.
It is an item. These are all items that I read them out.
Does that ring any bells to me whatsoever?
Not really.
Okay.
It would probably take a use to figure out exactly how it works. Korath, are you handing over the item to?
Yes.
You have the exact same as
Silvered longsword.
Silvered Longsword.
Very handy.
I can't.
It should be in there. Scroll of Witch Bolt. It might just be a spell scroll, and then you just have the first level spell. You just have to remember it's Witch Bolt. I've still got the notes, obviously, anyway. So if you want to,
Sort of lady.
yeah,
Instead of first level spell thing and spell scroll.
is that what it says?
Well, is it a first level one?
Yes.
And it doesn't come up with cure wounds or anything.
Yeah.
so-
Well, then you just have to write a note, or ask me later.
Yeah.
So I've obviously got the notes. Right. You're setting sail through towards the mist. You are basically taken under the wing of a deckhand each, shown the ropes, literal and figurative.
I wouldn't climb up those ropes if I was you, Corey.
I wasn't planning on it, Valkyries.
Good.
You've spent a couple hours now just getting further and further away from the island, and you are starting to get the grips of it, how it will work. And the captain yells, "Hold on tight, we're gonna kick in these new ones. These orbs. See what they can do. Tighten up the pull in the mast.
Heliar!
Take in the sails."
Mean seal.
With that order, take in the sails, you're shown quickly how to take in the sails and
Reef sails, that's what it is. Reef.
Yep.
Yeah, reef sails.
pull them all in, close them up so they're no longer being used, and the ship slows almost to a stop. And the captain goes, "Right, brace. Let's see what this baby can do." And there's some sort of lever right next to his steering column.
We'll be standing on the deck,
You're just
watching him on the.
yeah. You will get an image of this soon.
Yeah.
Eventually. And you would know what to expect there, Caldex. As these arcane orbs engage, they push quite like a car with a bit of horsepower going. It takes off pretty quick. And then you get into a rhythm of how fast it will go.
Oh, Korath immediately fell over. There was never a chance.
I'm well used to being on the sea, so I just look like I'm a natural.
You've been on ships before as well, Talric. So this being unusual way of traveling with magic, or arcane orbs, is strange, and the way the ship moved up, the nose up first, and then leveled back out as it steadied with speed, was unusual. You were able to brace yourself, but for Bihan, Danica and Falkris, can I get a acrobatics? Yep. Acrobatics.
I just rolled a constitution and I vomited everything.
Yeah, I just rolled two.
You straight up said you fell, so you would have, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
My total's a 6.
Is this considered a danger sense?
No. Sorry.
Right, so 5.
Okay. Bihan and Falkris, you were taken aback by the sudden jerk and also fall onto the deck.
Cool.
Danica, you are fine. You kind of expected something like this, or were ready for it. You listened to the captain, basically.
Wait, what?
And as the ship launched, you were fine. You were prepared. Your wings probably helped stable you a bit.
I imagine it sounded like "Dunk" as Korath hit, and then as Bihan and Falkris hit, and then you heard Korath go. Yeah, or like 1, 2, 3, 4.
The captain notices that and goes, "Get that cleaned up. Over the side next time."
Sorry, sir. I couldn't make it.
Alright. For the rest of the day, you are traveling via this way. The captain does start to turn the ship a bit just to see what this can do. Get used to.
Each time, Korath runs to the side of the boat.
The captain also hands it over to its first mate occasionally just to steer. Just get used to, so there's 2 people able to steer the ship. With that, and night starts approaching. The mist is getting close. You look back towards South Motu in general, and is starting to fade from your view. as it almost looks like it's being swallowed up in mist. You're going further away. You see a wall of mist in front of you. And you start going towards it. Captain says, all hands brace. Unknown what's going to happen through this. Yeah.
Take this seriously. Brace.
Yeah.
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 Korath white knuckled around the mast in the center of the ship.
Traveling through this mist before Caldex, are you going to do anything special? Like tie yourself in like last time?
I might even grab two ends of a rope and just hold it with to my waist. Not tying it, but just holding it with my back against the mast.
Yeah.
So just like similar to before, like as a mist came in on the other boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna like warn everyone and be like, this is what sunk our boat. Like this is what happened last time. Like everyone like brace for
do the old
Oh, now you tell us.
Around the arm.
Right, is anyone else tying themselves up?
Nope, I think I'll just go like under deck. Quarters.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more careful this time rather than like tie myself up like that. Yeah, I'm like wrapping stuff around the phone, like around my arms. That way I'm not hanging there.
So you're going to be hanging with an arm.
Or so I can like undo myself.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm going to be holding on to the banister, but kind of using my wings to try and like
Are you not
steady
tying
myself.
yourself in?
No.
Okay. Yeah. You enter the mist. The mist completely enshrouds around the ship. Unlike your last experience going through it, it is not rough. It is smooth sailing. Although the light thing happens again. So through the mist it goes bright and dark. Within a space of about 10 minutes, it's almost like daytime has come and then nighttime's back. Then daytime has come and then night is back. And you exit this mist within 10 minutes.
Ooh.
You're on the other side. The moon was just starting to rise before. Now, the moon is fully up in the sky. Right in the center.
And the mist has dissipated.
And the mist is behind you. You, from this low light, even with anyone who has dark vision, cannot see any land in front of you. Or obviously
The moon
behind.
looks the same though, right?
Everything looks the same.
moon?
Same moon. The only thing you do see is nope, never mind that. Ignore that for now. Is the moon reflecting off the calm ocean. You hear the sounds of sea creatures in far distance. Korath, with your high perception, you hear what you could almost swear is singing in the far distance. But it's very, very faint, not enough to really assume anything.
I think I would say something out loud. Just say, "What is that?" I'm so on edge. Like, is that coming from behind in the mist or in front of us?
Hard to say, it's that distant.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna move over to the side of the boat. I'm gonna let go of the rope, and I'm just gonna look around and try and actively look for where this is coming
Roll a
from.
perception.
You're telling us it was singing.
I didn't specifically say singing. I said, "What is that?" And you can see me looking over
You
the
guys
side.
don't hear
17?
anything.
What is what?
It's a noise. It sounds like humming or grinding or singing or something. I don't know if it's from.
None of you guys hear anything.
That's singing with it. Would I go? Oh, like have I been out of the
Roll a history.
Maybe it's somebody else vomiting.
7.
No. Fortunately, nothing comes to mind. You can't see anything. There's nothing that draws your eye. The sound, in fact, starts to dissipate. Over the next hour, you are started almost to be shifted into shifts because it is nighttime. I mean, you're a bit out of whack because it's only been 10 minutes and it seems to be midnight. So I would like groups of 2.
Me first.
I'll go with 4F.
Okay.
I'll go with Danica.
Okay.
And keep her out of
I'll
trouble.
go with one of the random people.
Bihan?
Hey, that's right.
You'll go with Bihan. All right. So
Yep.
first watch, can I get a perception from you? Group perception.
Oh, here we go.
2-0. +7.
What did you get?
A 5.
A 5. Oh, you just had to cancel out his nat 20, didn't you? It's a group.
Did you get 5 total?
So the first night, you've got the first mate on the wheel. So you're just basically patrolling the deck, just making sure everything's ship shape. While you're doing a couple walks around, you, Korath, while you're having a bit of a stomach release over the edges, you see some creatures popping and diving through the water.
Oh god, sorry.
Fish?
Giant fish.
Sirens.
Huh?
Sirens.
No, giant.
No, they're fish.
The fish. You would probably recognize these as South Motu has quite a lot of these hanging around, known as dolphins.
Quick, eat them. Your dolphin. Where?
Other than that,
Is there a
nothing.
harpoon on the side of the boat?
There would be.
I think about grabbing the harpoon to catch dolphin, but it's too dark. I'll leave that for in the morning.
Second watch, Danica and Elchris.
We got 13.
18.
Ooh. Hey. Why not? And you both rolled above 10 on that one.
27 plus 5 is more than that. Come.
You were looking in the wrong direction.
I was watching the dolphins, yeah. Like, that
What
20
did
I found
you
a
get?
dolphin.
I got a 15 plus a 3 perception.
So 18.
18.
And I got to 31. So we got the same. Pretty much.
Richard Sales Group. Right. The rhythmic creak of the ship and the gentle sway of the waves have become your constant companions. The vast expanse of the ocean stretches out in every direction. The horizon a hazy line where the sky meets water. The moon painting clouds, dark shapes in the sky. A salty breeze fills your lungs, and you hear the birds of the sea. Hey,
The
Oh.
internet's gone.
no, I can hear you.
Can he hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Sick, comfy. You know, she's squishy there, is it?
Cal? Cal?
My cats don't talk to me.
Really?
No, they don't like me. I walk in the room and they just walk away. I'll try and pat one
Might
that
be
like.
us.
I love cats.
Oh, it is us. Kev, do you want to quickly go
They're so
reset?
amoral.
Have we lost it again?
Yeah.
Something about them. I've always imagined, like in Dungeons and Dragons, that
Just a quick one.
elves would be.
Oh, my phone doesn't.
Yeah, just very snobby.
No, not snobby. Just I am what I am. If you don't like it, well, there's the door. And would quite happily go, I like you, and then cut your head off. For no reason. Very feminine about them.
You've disappeared from the interweb.
Hello.
no.
Oh.
Trying to reconnect now.
Oh, I guess I'll use my dart. Yeah, I can't find the witch bolt scroll.
I think you just got to put scroll in.
Yeah, just it's a first level scroll. It's not. It's a. Regardless of which bolt, it's a scroll that is giving you the ability to cast a first level spell. Is Witch Bolt first level or second?
First. So they're all first level spells I checked.
The spell scroll level 1.
Yep, that one. Yeah, and that.
We have gone from the interweb.
Is it our internet or?
It's from Carl.
Yeah, it would be here.
And then I just click use.
You lost your seat, mate.
Do.
And how do I actually add it on to spell? Use.
I don't think you add it to spell list, it's a use of it.
Oh, a single use?
Yeah.
Ah,
You are very soft and squishy.
Do you know what Witch Bolt does?
I would like to use you for a
yes, I
pillow.
found it before in the stream.
Concentration
would.
for
2d12.
10 minutes.
Even though you've got ginger in you, I still like you.
Hey, a little bit of ginger's alright. A little bit.
What about a big bit?
Shame this bit's
Trying to
Oh,
reconnect.
yeah, mate. Must be terrible having hair.
Hey, my character's bald. You've got long hair.
That's good.
Oh, are we back?
You're back.
Oh,
Yay!
hey.
Right, carrying on. Under the moonlight, a plume of thick black smoke becomes visible on the horizon. As your ship draws closer, the source of the smoke becomes horrifyingly clear. Another vessel engulfed in flames. The fire dances wildly across its deck and rigging, casting an eerie glow on the water around it. You can hear the crackling and roaring of the inferno even from this distance.
It's Ghost Rider.
What are you going to do?
The fire ship. No. No.
So,
Be on your chair, Matthew.
that's fine. That on deck is Falkris, Danica, and the first mate.
I'm resting. I'm sleeping.
You are.
I'm sleeping.
So all three of us have seen it? Or just me and...
Just you two for now.
It was your watch.
Yeah.
Everyone else was resting.
He's just making sure the boat's going straight.
I'm going to point and say fire.
Fire ship.
Okay.
Everyone's heard of fire ship. Extremely dangerous.
As you say fire, the first mate goes, fire at what?
No. On the horizon. Ship. On fire.
Ah, fire! But then he has a look round. Oh, shit! Fire!
All hands on.
All
I'm
hands!
going to say I said that.
Supporters.
He starts dinging a bell, tapping the deck, making sure people can hear it throughout the boat. Yeah, that's what I got from that movie that I watched.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start putting my armor on.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm going to get up. Crack my
I'm
armor
not,
on
because I
and-
don't wear any.
You would also, if you were wearing armor, because you're on watch, already be wearing it.
and bond with my staff.
Wearing
Carl,
metal armor on
what would you be
ships.
doing?
Generally not advised.
Oh no, don't tell me we've lost Carl again.
It's a really good portrait of him.
Yeah,
though.
looks
Good
like it.
thumbnail.
Yeah, we've lost internet again.
Again.
Yeah.
I might actually make a call. I think we should probably stop, to be honest. I know we're just about to have a fight.
We can do.
What do you think, guys? It's getting
One
too late.
second, bloody problem.
Because the fight's going to take at least an hour and a half, I reckon. And I don't think we can last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll end it to our viewers then, and
We've seen a fireboat and we've all just woken up.
you're starting to don armor. Get
It's actually
ready.
a good place to end it
Yeah.
before the combat.
Okay, we'll look forward to that next session. And I'm going to wait a second after I say goodbye before I click the end button, unlike last time.
Just cut yourself off, Josh.
Yeah, I'll do that again, eh?
That could be your catchphrase. It's just
No.
See you later.
Yeah.
I don't think I even said that last time. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry if you were watching via the live stream and it cut out on you.
I'm New Zealand, if you're listening, this is shit internet service.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Fortunately, that's the only internet we can get in this town. But anyway,
Starling, please sponsor us.
yes. With that, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
not
And-
4.
No, and that will be hopefully where we see what this ship has in store for us. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Bye!